3, 2, 1. Welcome to the AfrOtaku podcast, episode 29, the podcast where we talk about anime, manga, and everything else. I'm Mr. Good Guy, aka MGG, and I'm joined here by my co-host, who will introduce himself starting right now.
Hi, I'm Player 5.
What's going on? It's Jugguh.
What's good? It's Deuce.
What up, what up, what up? I am Grim.
Alright, let's get into the story time. Jugguh, take it away.
Oh, God. Alright, so a couple days ago was my birthday. And
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And it's been a while since I actually went out for my birthday. I was thinking about it, and the last time I legitimately celebrated it was probably my 21st. So y'all probably don't know my age. I'm 26. So 5 years that I have not went out or really did anything for my birthday. So obviously I was like, you know what? Been a minute. Let's go in. So like sad, but at the same time, unfortunately, I dislocated my knee not too long ago, and Jugguh be cranking on the dance floor. You know, that's where I reside. That's where I live. And it's kind of awkward considering, you know, my knee and I can't go 100%. But, you know, it's my birthday. So I was like, okay, I want to go out, still dance, but just not go in. So I was like, all right, let's go to a restaurant. And then that restaurant turns into a bar. And this bar has like some decent music. So it's like the perfect middle ground. You know, I won't go too in because like a restaurant, at least that was like the plan, right? All right. So, birthday party's time here.
Tell me you went Luffy
eating and like having a good time. Everything's good. Everything's still chill. I chugged a pitcher of Margarita, feeling good.
Dang,
it was
pitcher
fun.
of Margarita?
You know, still feeling good. I'm like
still
starting to
feeling fine after a pitcher of Margarita?
You was wild.
Yeah, I mean, it was only like, maybe 42 ounces. Not too much.
He went gear second, bro. Because it sounded like from the story, you about to go full Luffy. So that Margarita was gear second.
Nani?
Fuck the plan.
So it's like, I was like starting to feel it a little bit. I was like, oh man, good. And the dance floor finally opened up. I was like, all right, let's hit it. But I was like, you know, I was still thinking, my knee, man, I gotta keep chill. So I was like, all right, going in, having a good time, And then the DJ be dropping a banger. And I was like, oh, okay.
Chief Keef Finito?
Right. Gotta,
Chief Keef Finito?
No, it was,
that's the only thing
Holy banger.
No, the first one was what was my first hit that I liked? I forgot. Y'all know that song? Man, y'all trip.
Play some dance and shit.
And anyway, so like that hits, I was like, ooh, let's go. Hit it. I was like, oh, got some pain right there. Okay, let's chill. Pain. Oh, okay, let's chill. So I was like, okay, I still got that middle ground. And then they got ratchet with it. They dropped in what's it, Shabba Rings? Then they did like the Shabba Rings. It was like Shabba Rings. I was like, let's going in. And I started bouncing. And then like, I don't know why, but I forgot I was in pain.
And picture of Margarita.
Yeah, that's probably did it.
And I was just like hopping around. And then it was like maybe like 20 seconds after I was in there, I was like, oh, my knee hurt so much. And I was like, fuck. Low key forgot, dislocated that shit. And like I'm looking at my whole squad because they already know. They're like, "No, calm down, calm down." And I'm just like, "What? My party, motherfucker!" And I'm like going in, like feeling really good. And they're just like, "What's your knee? Like, what about my?" Oh, I was like, "Okay, you right. Should probably chill. But then shotties came like to the dance floor. And they were like feeling my vibe, and I was like, "Oh." Hey, y'all trying to dance?
Hey, niggas do anything for a pussy, bro.
That shit come up and be like,
bro. You know what? I can bring the word too.
Hey.
And like low key, it was her birthday like yesterday too. And I was like,
damn!
It was my birthday yesterday.
That's the easiest way in, though. So our
birthday buddies.
Yeah, right.
I was like, "Oh, you my cancer sister?" She was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Aight." So we like went in. Now low key like trying to get a little with her, and then like my knee started hurting again, and I was like, I mean, she got that trunk though, so I mean, I'm not gonna like not stick with it.
She got that what?
Yeah, she got that trunk.
Trunk?
That trunk.
Oh,
like
okay. She got a trunk, bro.
She was thick.
Back just
2 C's.
All right.
Yeah, man.
I heard trunk. That's why I was like, damn. So that's a new level right there.
I mean, it was sticking out like a pickup truck.
Pretty much, man. So I was like rolling with that for a minute. I was like, ooh.
That's not good though. Look, hold on, sorry, 1 second. That's not attractive, bro.
What?
If it's sticking out like a pickup truck, I don't want that.
Yeah,
ass,
because
bro.
then you can sit your cup on
Like,
it.
and then this.
But round though.
No,
Yeah,
you can't say that. You can't say
wow,
that. That shit
okay.
ain't curved.
So
bro.
you think I'm
That's a hard edge.
You think
bro.
I'm getting with SpongeBob? Like, what you think I'm doing?
That's some
Like,
nasty
fuck.
butt cheeks, bro. That's a hard edge right there.
Get the hell up out of here, man.
Anyways, go ahead.
So, you know, I saw the rope.
That's how I'm slapping the camera, bro.
So I just still roll with that for a minute, but low key I had to tap out. I felt a little weak, so I was like, all right, that was fun, but I gotta go. My knee was starting to kill me a little bit, but it was still fun. Long story short, had a good time, but not being able to go 100%, that kind of sucked.
See, that's the shit that showed me Luffy will really exist in the world. Because you sold yourself. Hit this the plan. Stick to it. And then as soon as the music came on, full Luffy, fuck the plan, bro. Then you got some margaritas, gear 2, bro. Then the thing girl get gear 4, nigga, fuck it. Full fuck the plan.
Loki, you're either Sasuke or Naruto. What'd you say?
Lifespan decreasing by the second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Talking about Luffy, if you do this one more time, you ain't gonna walk again. He dropped that shit fucking time.
I said you low-key could be like Naruto and Sasuke in the exam arc when they both got fucked up and Sakura had to like carry the team. Mm-hmm. So they only came out for like one or two turn-ups. Like when the Sound Fire was attacking Sakura, Sasuke came out for like 5 seconds. That's like when that girl, when you see the girl came out on the stage and he was like, oh shit, I gotta pull back.
Yeah.
I had to pull out all the stops. But no, that was trippy. It's funny though, because low key this morning, my knee feel pretty decent. It's like,
maybe that's what you truly needed.
I guess so.
No,
I mean, like,
maybe it's that picture of Margarita, bro.
It's still hidden.
Yeah, I think it's a picture of Margarita. We might have found the name of this episode.
Picture of Margarita.
Picture of Margarita, bro.
Oh man, that's
It heals all.
Oh fuck.
I didn't know they did margaritas in pictures. That's how I know that. He was like, I know y'all don't do this,
bro.
Give me a picture.
Let me
of
get
Margarita.
a picture, bro. Oh, so you want to share with it? No, it's all me.
Yeah, coming down his beard.
Oh shit!
Oh, dude.
This could be an anime.
We already created one for
Jugguh's
it,
Bizarre Adventures.
Telling you, man. You know, I want to copyright that right now. Just, I mean, not that, but just the dance anime idea. I still think that'd be hot as fuck. A dance anime would be legit.
That'd be lit.
All I'm saying.
No, yeah, that's
Well,
that's
well, it's weird though,
Even
because
like
don't you
Kenichi
usually have to
Omega.
put up as a manga, and you can't picture that shit as a manga.
Well, I mean, think about all the other sports animes as a
So you can't picture it as
manga.
a manga?
I could definitely picture somebody doing a headspin. Sanji did it all the time in the manga, so
And like that's how there's different styles of dancing, like where he got to master all the different styles.
In anime, you
Hell
could just
yeah.
like make it like instead of showing them dancing, you show them doing some other like battling or dragons fighting.
Beyblade.
And at the end, they stop,
basically doing
and everybody like Beyblade made it off of just spending time.
That's true.
no, but
That's
Beyblade
true.
would do like the little battles of
Yeah.
like spirits too
Right.
on top of it. So
You right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm just
I'll
saying,
peep
that'd
it.
be hot, man.
If it's lit enough, any sports
Yeah.
manga can make it high tier, even if it's lit enough.
Oh,
Like it don't matter the sport.
boy, when they entered
Niggas
the
could be
zone in
shuffleboard.
Kuroko no Basket, the first time niggas entered the zone in Kuroko no Basket, bro, they made that shit seem like this.
Yeah, like man, they made it. Kuroko no Basket made it seem hype to watch a nigga that can't play basketball play basketball. Bro, hey yo, I'm garbage on the court, but I pass Ron Smart though.
Wait, where's he at? I'm right here.
A little nigga that's not good at basketball.
Yeah.
He's so try. He actually bad at basketball.
He's like, wait, they only had what was it, like 5 or 4 players on the team
Yeah.
because they ain't even
Kuroko do the basket.
basket.
All niggas had to do is just not give a fuck about what he do,
Yeah.
because he's not gonna make the shot.
All they had to say was guard that nigga right there.
Man, double team this big nigga and let Kuroko do whatever fuck he
Yeah.
wants. That nigga be under the rim wide open. Boom. If they can make that fly and be a legend, hell yeah, I'll watch your dancing anime.
Alright, all this is decent news. So Marvel did a Weapon X League.
Oh yeah, so Marvel had dropped like these like fake redacted files, and on them they had the title was like the Weapon Plus program, which if you don't know, they produce weapons 1 through X. And more, but you know, when we all know Weapon X is Wolverine, so they released one that was like Weapon 1, which is Captain America, and they had like all of his like accolades from the MCU, and then they released a couple other weapons I don't remember, and then one they released was like Weapon X. It was like name unknown, you know, blocked out Canadian ex-Marine like specialist type dude and stuff like this, and then there's like adamantium skeleton or something. So I'm like, that brought up two things: one, they probably gonna add adamantium to the world, and then two, fucking Wolverine, right? Like that's lit, Wolverine. And at first, before they had rights to X-Men, there was no point in adamantium. They basically made vibranium as strong as adamantium. Like, remember Captain America's shield took Thor smacking that bitch. Like, it was strong. Wasn't nobody breaking it. But it's literally, as soon as they signed them X-Men, this nigga Thanos took a regular sword and chopped his shield in half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
true. So I was like, oh, now they basically made vibranium weaker so that they could be like, hey, adamantium out here.
No, I got a whole Black Panther. That's why they did that shit. It's an agenda.
Black Panther about to be scrubbed. Everybody, we got lit off of them, but as soon as the X-Men come up, they gonna be like, that counts as black people.
Wow.
You saying they're making adamantium like the new stronger than vibranium?
Yeah,
that's what it's looking
because like that's its purpose in the comic books, is that like vibranium can absorb impact, but adamantium is like near indestructible. So it's actually like harder, you know. But they basically made vibranium super OP in the MCU because they didn't have the X-Men yet. Then they signed to get the X-Men, so it's like, what's the point of adamantium if vibranium was as OP? Which is why I think they made it like brittle.
That's fucked up. I'll get into the stocks right now because you see that Black Panther Wakanda stock is up here, bro. And then animation comes up, that shit gonna tank. They literally gonna send Wakanda to be a third world African country,
you
bro.
Know everybody gonna look at T'Challa like, we wasn't broken till your ass came. Giving niggas all the vibranium, now what? They done made something better.
You know how fucked up that would be? Like your fucking company IPOs, and then the next day a company way better than yours IPO. That's like, just tank, bro. Oh my god, vibranium so hot, bro. All this shit, bro.
You a Linux computer and they make Windows. It's over for you. Like that.
R.I.P. Black Panther. But yeah, on the Wolverine tip, I don't want them to use Hugh Jackman again, and I'm a little bit disappointed that they're gonna try and make Wolverine the golden child of like the MCU universe.
100%.
Wolverine gonna be the new face. Huh?
Wolverine gonna be a new face because right now Spider-Man is poised to take the space, but Sony not selling. They still holding that partnership.
Yeah, they need that money.
And Sony is slowly trying to build the universe off that hype's back. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They like, we got this MCU hype, we building that. So I'm pretty sure if they can get Wolverine, a nigga who got just as much clout as Spider-Man, they gonna be like, all right, we good with that nigga, y'all keep him.
Kill him off.
Yeah, kill him off. That's what I think. I think this is a conspiracy, bro. Sony should have had a hitman kill somebody at Fox, bro. Y'all fucked up. Now they got the Fantastic Four too, bro.
Oh, true.
Spider-Man good. He ain't that good, bro.
Yeah, I just wish they would find somebody else to like make the golden child. I think I kind of like they're gonna really have to make Wolverine seem different in terms of like the group, especially if they're like gonna put him in. Well, are they building the new Avengers?
Wolverine?
Are they building the new Avengers?
I don't know.
Because if they are, it'll only be lit to me if Deadpool joins the squad. That's it. That's what made the new Avengers funny to me, bro. That shit was hilarious. Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Deadpool all together on the same team was fucking hilarious.
I don't want to see Deadpool.
But
what's wrong with Deadpool?
It's like slapstick comedy. You know, it can be fun sometimes, but like after a while, it do get a little boring.
But that's what I say. Compared, but with I think they
funny.
No, but I think they play off each other. Like with Spider-Man's type of comedy and Deadpool's type of comedy. And like Wolverine's general frustration at both of them.
If it was a real Spider-Man, like where he was like, you know, making some wilder jokes, okay. But this Spider-Man kind of like a bitch boy.
That's what I'm saying. He makes those basic like good for TV jokes.
Yeah.
And then Deadpool's like the like This nigga corny as fuck. Like, those jokes, and then you just go Wolverine, just like, why the fuck am I on a team with these niggas? Like, you literally just have to watch him, like, suffer through them doing the dumbest shit, like, in every,
it may work.
like, movie.
It may work. For a movie.
It'd be like a great Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Like, that's a style of
Earth-based
comedy.
Guardians of the
Yeah, like, just put them some random shit and have them do, like, real stupid stuff, but they're, like, saving the world every day, but it's just in the stupidest ways possible. I think that'd be hilarious.
You know what I think would be a good series?
I was gonna be
Wolverine?
next, huh?
David Harbour, the cop from Stranger Things. I will fuck with him as a Wolverine.
Oh man, he took that L in Hellboy though. Hellboy did
he
shit at the
definitely took
box
that L.
office.
I don't remember what he looks like.
Either way, he was Hellboy, and
Actually, he too
that
tall.
movie tanked.
Never mind.
Damn.
He too tall. You need a short nigga. For
Yeah, I wonder.
I don't think
What if we got like a? What if we got like a
little
different
boy.
race Wolverine? How would y'all feel about that?
Is he?
Oh. Well,
Y'all feel like you
got
gotta
a
be white?
specific race?
What if they switched it up? What if they
Who?
switched up the race on Wolverine
Oh,
this
that's not
time?
what happened.
I mean, he Canadian, bro. The
not
Canadians gonna be hot, bro. They
not
like,
what
we ain't got nothing but Drake and Wolverine, bro.
What if it was Drake though? You know, he got that bitch.
No.
Hey, don't act like my boy Drake can't act.
No.
My nigga acting like he was in a wheelchair. 666.
Shit will never stop. Hey. Oh my god.
Yo,
No.
That would make him and
I'm
Jean
light
Grey's
skinned,
love scenes.
but I'm still a
up
dark
here.
nigga.
I'm telling you, that would
It
make him
worked.
and Jean Grey's love scenes up here, bro. Because Wolverine literally, like, you know, he's listening to
gonna cry,
Drake. Through all of them situations with Jean Grey, he's listening to some Drake in the background. And now Drake's playing it? Exactly! Look, all I'm saying, cut me my check when y'all cast Drake as Wolverine, fam.
That would be
Hashtag Drake for
that would
Wolverine.
be Canada's biggest come up ever. And he like, but he Drake, but he also got what's his name? Kawhi Leonard braids, bro. Like every Canada thing we could get, that nigga just singing Canada nigga.
Then I would be okay with Black Panther taking the L in the next few movies. I'd be like, okay, they got someone close enough. You alright.
I'm not even worried about black people. We gonna get another come up. Cause right now we riding the Black Panther way, but you know what's gonna come back up when they do live action.
It's gonna die after the second Black Panther movie, I guarantee.
Oh yeah, because they gonna realize
It's not
that
gonna
movie
be
sucked.
good. Yeah.
But when they do the Black Spider-Man guy, when he come live action,
yeah.
we gonna get that hype again.
Oh, Into the Verse dropped on
Netflix,
Netflix.
Yeah, but he wasn't real, bro. When he real, easy, we back up there.
That'd actually be a good
Back
like
on top.
replacement if they kill off the main one and they just make him come up and just have him be more background.
You know they trying to do a live action Into the Spider-Verse with Tobey Maguire and all
Yeah,
those
I saw
niggas.
that.
Oh, they actually
They trying to get
do?
a cracking.
Dude,
That nigga said
dude, this is crazy.
Is he gonna do the Spider-Man 3 shit?
he gonna be in it. Talking about what my highlight was.
No, that'd be so
At that point,
goofy.
he'd be like in the 50s, some shit though.
Now all of the
That'd be so goofy.
all of the people
He's
in
40s now.
Spider-Verse were
Wait,
based
even
on
the
real
one
people.
from the Amazing Spider-Man would be in there too?
Yeah, Andrew Garfield. Yeah.
Andrew Garfield's a good actor. He's just not a good Spider-Man. That's not his fault. That's whoever
Jamie
directed
Foxx?
it. Jamie Foxx being that
Coming
bitch.
in, it's a shocker, bro.
When they fixed that nigga Gap, bro, that was funny as fuck. He had the Gap, but he got the powers. His Gap weight. Bro, his hairline. You can't unsee that. Like,
Alright,
Wow.
anyways,
That's
next
nuts.
new One Punch Man video game, Grams.
Yeah, so I sent y'all the link to one of the videos up in the group chat. It seems like they're basically trying to make like what's similar to like a Dragon Ball Z or Naruto video game, but with One Punch Man, with the One Punch Man theme.
I can see that.
And it seems stupid as hell because like if you watch the video, for example, the one that I sent, you can see like for example characters fighting Saitama, but he just sitting there taking that shit like, oh okay. So does this nigga's health drop down or anything? Like is he like a practice character?
bro, that would be funny.
I don't know where they're gonna go with this shit, but
It'd be
like,
funny
it
if
might be
like
a parody video game to all of the anime video games even.
okay, so imagine if they made this a real video game, and when you pick Saitama, like he don't get knocked down and he don't like die, he just walk off, but like his health bar still go down. So it's like in character still funny. Oh, I beat Saitama. I didn't kill that nigga. He just walked away.
Oh, there we go.
He's like, oh, this is boring. But like, that's you losing.
That's kind of funny. That's actually kind of
And they still
funny.
say you lost afterwards. That means
You know what I'm saying? Like you still losing HP, but like,
That's goofy.
泣き言を言ったって何も変わらないの。
That's goofy.
that's funny, right?
Yeah.
俺は今まで戦った相手を生かして返したことはない。
I'm getting just to drop moving riders all
it,
day, bro.
Get on my nigga,
I'm not putting nobody in versus both Moon Rider. I'm just sleeping that nigga with every character. Sleep.
No,
Yo,
that's crazy.
sleep.
All day.
That was lit. That
Moving
game
Rider
funny
probably
as
would be
hell.
clutch too, man.
They funny as fuck for that. He was over that bike, boy.
That's crazy.
Check that bike out.
No, bro, I'm dropping Moon Rider consistently,
He's the strongest character.
No, that's gonna be hard.
He's a what?
Bro.
The strongest character in the game.
bro. Wow.
Well, watch he actually be decent in the game, bro. That's
But like that would if you can't beat
Adamantium bike,
Saitama, that would be kind of hilarious. Like
Yeah, I do want. I'm curious to see how they're gonna pull that
you
one
just
off.
fight that.
They probably
nigga,
gonna
HP
not
down.
let you play as him at all.
Or
Like,
like,
is it like
they
actual
let
like,
you
fighter,
play.
or is it like a one person, like there's a storyline, or is it like an actual?
It
I
probably
would
be
think it's
both.
like any of the Dragon Ball Z games. Like all the characters in there, and then there's a story mode that you basically just play through the
Yeah.
One Punch Man story to a
But
certain
they
point.
could like play a fight against you if they want. That's
There's probably an online multiplayer aspect. Yeah.
That part of One Punch Man would be kind of weird to me.
Well, I mean, everybody gonna pick Saitama, dog.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I ain't
what
picking
if-
nobody else.
what if he got like other nerfs? Like, oh, his buff is like, sure you can't displace him because that's what it looked like. He can't really be displaced. But what if his like nerf is like he can only walk up on you or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying?
No, I
Like,
can see that.
that would make
I can
him
see
like. If we talking about online play, that'll make him viable
Yeah.
in some ways.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how they're gonna work through this one.
I just think that's funny as fuck.
No,
I'd
that's
be
really
interested to see.
Like you cast your ultimate on him, he just like his head wobble.
Game.
It's like Tama loses, he just walk away. I'm bored.
I'm tired.
All right. Toy Story 4 and Godzilla.
So you want who? Did you see Godzilla?
I didn't see either.
I'm the only one that saw Godzilla. So I'll just talk about it real quick. I guess put some respect on it. You don't need to see none of the other shit.
Oh, that's good to know.
You don't need to worry about the storyline. They don't matter. Alright? Because the real story is Godzilla about to fuck some shit up. And you gonna try and be pissed at him, but you know you can't win. And then another monster gonna come up and you gonna realize, hey Godzilla,
We need
please
him.
fuck this shit up.
We need
Like,
That's the basic.
That's literally-
the storyline. Yeah.
that's the story. Like, there's some shit going on. Like, oh, we did this shit to wake up all the monsters and all. Ooh,
That's not important.
it don't matter. All niggas Godzilla box niggas. He ripping niggas up. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Godzilla
So-
got clapped 3 times.
Oh,
3 times. It's the same shit with what's that nigga? Black Panther. How he technically lost and is not the rightful king. That's how I feel about Godzilla. Like, this nigga lost, bro. You got outside help. The people help. You win. That's
Oh,
fucked
no,
up.
pretty had a snake. Nigga beat him.
Yeah, work that nigga.
He beat him in the movie,
Yeah.
like, and then it was over with. Or
No,
he
then
he
Godzilla
did a
kept
comeback?
coming back. Give me them. Give me that work, nigga. Like, I want the work.
All right,
Yeah.
I gotta. It got 2 stars on Rotten Tomatoes. I just want to read the reviews and see if
That should be a
they
segment.
actually were expecting a plot out of this movie.
Who got 2 stars?
Yeah, 2
They do
stars. What I
stars?
just saw. Well, at least that's what my Google said on their little highlight.
You got a 40%.
No.
Critic
Hey.
reviews.
Now read the fresh tomato comments. Let's see what they trying to say.
Where is it at?
The fresh one,
What you mean fresh one?
like the
What I was
not
just
rotten,
on?
not the rotten ones, like the green or the rotten.
Oh, okay. So read the green ones. My God, what the fuck? Read the green ones, you said.
I can say this. If they went there hoping for plot,
The classic face-off arrives in an emotional vacuum rather than as an earned catharsis. The big fight never feels like a payoff.
Yeah, he
This,
professional.
this thing is an unholy mess.
wow.
Daughtery isn't quite sure whether to vow or whether to wow us with the hulking immensity of the action scenes or to wag his finger at us for the environmental hubris of our species. That nigga sound goofy, bro.
Lame.
I don't know.
Professional ass.
This nigga is really watching movies, bro.
Using big words and trying to analyze and shit. He wanted to do red ones.
At moments, you feel like you're in the trippiest of David Attenborough's docs.
The fuck?
Yeah, a beautiful, stimulating, coherent film with the soul of the Kaiju Iga.
You know what that mean?
Full review in Spanish.
Them niggas boxing. That's what
I
that
feel like
means.
that's what we should. We might
Because
have to
that's
start
what
that later. Like, just go into certain
Yeah, just like,
Rotten Tomatoes and just put in like a real nigga review, which is just like, hey, bro, this is about niggas boxing. If you don't fuck with that,
if you like
don't
Dragon Ball
watch
Z,
this.
it's like Dragon Ball. That's it. This is a Broly movie. It was like, hey,
Yep.
some niggas talking some words. There's some bullshit contrived story for how these niggas get here. But at the end of the day,
It's about
40
boxing,
minutes
bro.
of niggas boxing. This nigga get beat. This nigga beat this nigga. Then this nigga power up, beat this nigga, beat this. That's how it ends. And at the end of the day, just like Goku win, that nigga Godzilla win. It's his movie. It's his name in it.
Well, that's a real nigga movie review, y'all. Y'all can read Rotten Tomatoes or you can
Or you
listen
can
to
listen
Player
to
5. If you bought them hands,
If you
bro,
watch Dragon Ball Z Broly, bro, go watch this. If you didn't watch Broly, don't watch it.
all right, Toy Story 4. What's the review on that one?
You want to start?
Oh, Toy Story 4? It was
Yeah.
decent. I was surprised. I thought I was going to laugh at it the whole time. It was actually decent. I didn't see like the last.
Did you see Incredibles 2?
Yeah, I seen that.
Would you say it's better or worse than that?
I don't know.
Because I'm not
I
going
think
to see it. If
Toy
it's,
Story
if it's
might be
worse
better.
than Incredibles 2, I ain't going to see it, bro. I love
I think Toy Story
Incredibles
might
2.
have been better. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
I
like
think so.
it depends on how you feel.
Oh, okay.
If you care for the story, like if you see 1 through 3,
Yeah, you've been following
you
it.
want to finish it out.
Payoff.
Finish
this
it
is the
out.
last one they said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't give a fuck, don't watch it. It wasn't good enough to watch. It was not good enough to watch if you didn't give a fuck.
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm not
But just the same thing with I would say with Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 was not amazing. If you don't give a fuck, don't watch it.
Yeah.
It ain't
I
like,
mean, I
I
fucked
gotta
with
see this.
I
Yeah,
fucked
people
with the
just like
series,
it,
so I thought it was good.
Incredibles 1 was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
So that's just a carryover.
I thought it was a great second to that movie.
Yeah, but like it's not something like there are movies that you gotta see to get with the times. Like everybody sees this.
Yeah.
This is
I don't
not
think
one
that's
of
one
them.
of
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get that vibe either.
Now, what I will say, bruh, them graphics were clean,
For real?
bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Pixar about to make their own for real virtual reality, dog.
So
Cause that
that
shit
gonna be
was
better
clean.
than Disney?
Like I'm talking about each individual blade of grass. They redid a scene from the first,
I was paying
the
attention to
intro
that
scene
shit.
from the first
He was really looking at that
shits, bro. It was so fire. I was like, damn, bro, Woody look real, nigga. Remember that cat? I was like, bro, that's a cat.
yeah.
That's a, they put a cat on the screen and let that motherfucker play. For real, that's they
just showing
Nah,
off.
man.
That's done at that point.
stunned. That's all they had. They was stunned. That shit was scary though. That was for adults who wanted to finish the season.
I do think it was
Wait,
more of an adultish kind of thing. Even in all the part inside of the pawn shop or whatever. Them niggas was like, that was some creepy shit.
Yeah, that shit was creepy. Like
I know
they had
the
these like fucking mind. What do you call them things?
Yeah, marionettes. Oh no, those are people that control.
No,
I
it.
mean, it kind of is. It kind of is.
Like the dummies.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
the
puppets,
little
yeah.
bruh, them things was scary, creepy. Like they was like the ones from like R.L. Stein, you know?
Yeah, it
Oh,
popped
the
out of
little
nowhere.
puppet.
Like,
Oh,
What the
it
fuck?
is weird.
Yeah, and then like the whole thing behind it was scary, like harvesting organs, basically. Like
damn, the fuck?
it was low
Oh, yeah, that
key
was a
kind
part
of
of the
dark.
movie, yeah. Yeah, I do think it was more for adults who
Who grew up on that shit and wanted to
Toy
close
Story,
it out.
Oh,
damn,
damn.
it's the last one.
Oh.
But it was still kid friendly.
I mean, I'm sure it was still rated G, right?
Yeah,
Huh?
the kids may not even realize like what they're actually. As with
Oh.
most movies, kids may not even realize what they're talking about.
Sure.
Yeah. There was only one time where there was like a laugh out loud in the crowd moment, so they got like one legitimate crowd laugh, which is I think bad for a kids movie.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is Black Panther 2 Electric Boogaloo, aka Lion King, is dropping like in 2 weeks.
Terrible.
I'm gonna be in there.
You don't think
You said terrible?
It's gonna be terrible?
It's gonna be a remake. It can't be.
Can't
terrible.
talk to you. Can't talk to
Who
you.
me?
No,
Oh.
bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
How's
Have
that
you seen
gonna be-
Aladdin?
Aladdin's good as fuck.
Okay,
What?
but you see what they did?
Aladdin, the remake was good as fuck,
Yeah.
So then how could you say that?
So it's literally, I'm saying,
Sound full goofy.
if you think Aladdin was good, which it was, it's a complete
That nigga
straight up
ain't
remake. They gonna do the same thing with Lion King. They just gonna remake that bitch. Disney know what they got, bro. They gonna run that.
Beehive,
bro. I don't want to
Childish Gambino fan
Yeah,
base.
you gonna watch it? Yeah.
James Earl Jones, bro, the nigga who played Mufasa is still fucking alive.
Hey, they need to synthesize that
You like,
nigga
what?
voice. Is the movie
No,
okay?
reason why it's bad.
Why would it be not
Why
bad?
is it gonna
Bro,
be bad,
I don't
bro?
want to see real lions. Nigga, what the fuck?
What?
I don't want to see real lions. It's gonna look goofy.
You had a real parrot. You had a real Aladdin. You feel me? You had
They're
a real
people.
genie.
They're real
A genie,
genie.
not a real person.
And Will Smith as a genie
He
looked
did
kind
that
of
lip.
goofy.
No, I'm tweaking.
The
He
blue,
did that lip.
the
He
blue
did it lip.
version?
You're
I didn't
drunk.
watch it, so
And
I don't
he
know.
hit.
It looked trash in the trailers.
Can I say this about Aladdin? Have you seen it?
No, I'm not.
This is what I'm gonna say. Will Smith's performance of Genie is the best performance you could expect to have that's not Robin Williams. Because here's Robin Williams. You know ain't nobody gonna be here.
Yeah,
you didn't know Will Smith was gonna be there. He as good as you gonna get. And that's it. It could not have been anybody else.
Right.
He did so good that I'm like, I ain't disrespected, bro.
Can't do it.
But
Lion King gonna be
the
different.
nigga singing in Lion King wasn't lit.
That shit gonna look weird. Man, I hate having these animals talking. I hate that shit. Like,
So you ain't seen
talking.
Jungle Book?
Yeah.
Because they did that shit fire in Jungle
Oh, I
Book.
see that shit.
So there you
Stop it. Until you watch Jungle Book, you thinking how niggas was thinking before Jungle Book. Then we saw Jungle Book.
Changed
It was like,
change it off. I
it's
watched that shit
doable,
today.
bro.
You was almost thinking how
Hey,
niggas
I'm
was
not
thinking
gonna
about Ben Affleck being Batman. but
Hey,
that was
there's
trash.
2 Jungle Books. There's the one Disney made, then there's the one that Andy Serkis made. Watch the Disney one so you can see how raw their graphics is, but then come back and watch the one Andy Serkis made because that shit lit. Y'all seen that Jungle
No.
Book?
I
It's like
I think I've seen.
it's like not
I
happy.
think one of them was on Netflix,
I
right?
haven't seen it.
Yeah, the one on Netflix is called Mowgli.
Oh,
Jungle
yeah.
Book and
Oh, that
Mowgli.
one? I seen
So
that.
Mowgli is the Andy Serkis one.
Yeah.
And Jungle Book is.
I seen that one.
I'll watch it.
Mowgli was hard,
I know Mowgli's on Netflix.
but
I've seen
Jungle
that.
Book graphics better because they got Disney money.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, that shit gonna be good.
speaking of debates,
Stop.
let's do cut the check first and then do that debate because that could.
Oh god.
Go ahead, Gramps. Cut the check.
I'll be looking forward to this low key, Gramps. I'll be trying to learn what's new. Educate
You
me.
finding the most random shit out there.
I'm like, damn, I could get some. I get some socks that can turn into a house. Bet.
So this one, it's called Air Picks. You can open it up within the document.
Yeah, I
It's
popped it.
basically like a mini drone or whatever that you can basically use to take pictures of shit around you. Because you know how most of us are basically using like a selfie stick. and all that.
Wow.
You can basically, I guess, toss this little dude up in the air, take your pictures of whatever you want, and then put it right back in your pocket and keep it moving.
Panty shots about to level up in this moment.
Oh yeah.
Panty shot.
Not that I do that.
Taking pictures of bitches naked, all that
Yo.
shit.
This like that South Park
wild with
episode.
these motherfucking drones, man. Just
You
thinking
look at
about
it,
it.
they think it's a bug and shit.
Yeah.
You take pictures of
What the
it.
fuck?
Bro, it's that small? Like a fin of shirt pocket?
Is it?
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, that's
No.
holy shit.
It's a wrap, bro. Everybody got it.
Nah, bro, that's crazy.
This is cut the check. Wait. Hold on. Gramps. Is this the cut the check to the lawyer segment? Because these niggas ain't gonna make it.
The lawsuits is coming, fam.
Yo, the lawsuit's about to flood through this motherfucker.
This nigga was
Holy.
using the air pics to take pictures of me. Wow.
Taking pictures of my mom's
Niggas
mom.
fucking wow.
No, it's too
No
small.
way.
It's a wrap, bro. And that
That's too
motherfucker
small.
flew off
I was
his
all
head, too.
all yours. Outside your door, it just
Bro, that
kept
shit
fucking
silent.
thing
That shit silent. bro.
Hey, have you seen the South Park episode about that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bro, it's so funny.
Is it in the news season?
The magic
It's
bush.
like 20
The magic
episode,
bush.
season 20. But yeah, they basically had this issue where niggas start taking drones and spying on Craig's mom.
Like I see that. No, man. But yeah, sorry. Is there anything else you want to add on it before I
Ain't
say
much to add.
Cut the check to the lawyer.
All I can say is nobody safe.
at
Yeah,
all,
like
bro?
for real.
Yeah,
That's
is
too
right.
tiny.
Bro, look at him.
Yeah.
Look how skinny that is.
First of all, that
too.
shit look
Like,
creepy as hell. So he just
like,
stood
from
there
far
like,
away, you
because it
wouldn't
looked
even
like
see
it was
that.
finna snipe his ass. You see how he walked up on him and said, "Oh, hold on, don't shoot." Look, see? And then he was like, "Oh, my bad, it's
See, look.
cool."
What was he doing?
I don't fucking
No,
know.
you just fuck around, showing you how smooth.
I just think that's creepy. Yeah, that's creepy. So you can have that hiding in the corner of somebody's house. You
Like,
walk
for
by,
real.
choo-choo,
It
guys.
looks through like the small cracks in your curtains.
Yeah,
Like for real, even the mailbox slips. Whoop.
I'm good,
Go.
man. They getting a little bit too much into my privacy here, fam.
That's all
Hey,
I
if I
got.
see
think
air
that's too
pics,
small.
I'm shooting it down.
That's too small.
Damn.
These niggas officially in the running.
Throw a
for
rock
Goofy
at a
Idea.
fucking air pics, bro.
Like either lawsuits that's gonna come through, like
And you can
especially
see it at home,
if
bro.
that bitch
like
silent, if that bitch silent, it's over.
Hey, those,
How long
I think
can-
people
how
out there
long
less
can-
than Goofy to you? You
That's true.
gotta keep a list.
I'll make a doc. Player 5 still on there, bro.
Damn.
What you mean? The niggas ain't gonna ever let me off, bro.
Hey, you still think Emma's dumb? I mean, not
You gonna
dumb.
put as much things on the list as
I didn't say Emma wasn't dumb. Emma's
It's all just a
Hey,
decoy.
bro, just so you know, Norman's alive.
That's right. You're right.
I took that L.
Alive
you-
is strong.
Grape juice still trash.
Stop.
Without a doubt. No,
I'm
me-
trying to think.
How much is it?
How long does it stay alive? That's
that-
what I'm trying to figure out. Because
Oh,
if
the battery life?
if you got 10 hours on that whole, like niggas is beating they meat with the air picks all day.
Or if the range is low, that could be if the range is really fucking small. So basically, you only supposed
you gotta
to
be
use
outside
this.
the nigga house.
Yeah, you're like you're only supposed to use this for selfies. Like I can see that if the range is that small, they're like,
Bro,
so
we
you
fucking-
have to
where that
you
nigga
have to be out the window. You see some little
Where that
kid.
nigga at?
He
Oh, there's an air picks in this house. Where that nigga at? I know he close.
Here's a question. Okay, let's be real about this.
Nigga?
This technology only
60
gonna get
feet
better.
flying range.
Oh, 60?
That's pretty close. You got to be able to
It's
see that.
close,
60
but
60 feet, you have to be able to see.
you
That.
could be across the street
That's
from
what-
my house, though.
I could throw a ball farther than 60 feet.
Okay, so you could throw a ball far. No, the point is,
You can
not
still
far.
be like, I could be in the car and have that shit going into somebody else.
yeah, like
You
for
could be
real.
in the car and
Yeah.
play a bitch around
60
somebody
feet?
else.
You're
Right?
not getting deep in their house. 60 feet, not that far.
You ain't gotta be in their house. You're in their window.
I'm trying to.
But what
That
I'm
is
saying
true.
is like, sure, it's decent distance, but
Yeah.
you definitely still visible.
Oh, it's only 6-minute flight time, so you gotta get it quick.
You
Oh,
bust.
okay,
you
that's
gotta
pretty
get it
quick.
quick.
Okay, but
That's
what I'm
pretty
saying
6+
is,
minute flight time.
this is definitely the technology is gonna get better. So by the time our kids
That
are
is
like
true, though.
teenagers, imagine
There's
if.
no windows in my house.
So
bro.
let's say you
Not
got one of those,
one.
and you see one of those looking at your wife, your girl, and you come out with some little kid. What do? You beat this
I'm
nigga?
crushing the air picks for sure.
He like that cost my dad $250.
I said, tell your dad to pull up.
No, we good. We good, Mr. MGG. Can I just go home?
Damn.
No.
Yo, I was like, bro,
Man,
so
this
you
is
was
so
really
cool.
just gonna spy on my wife like that, huh?
Hey, these little kids gotta get out and live, bro.
That's how you want to live. You want to live grown, you getting it grown. That's funny.
Hey, we all know what we did when we was kids, man.
Yeah, if I had a chance to look at somebody,
Niggas out there scheming, bro. I remember a specific walk me and some niggas took to go find some pussy. So I'm not surprised. I am not surprised, man.
Yeah, but
All I'm saying is these rich little kids, man. I need to live in a poor ass neighborhood, bro, where nobody got hair picks. Because with these rich niggas, bro, they gonna be out here
out there.
flying that motherfucker everywhere.
Damn.
Shit, when that shit gets, oh my god, when they like, oh, this shit can go, you can fly that bitch to California.
It got a 10-hour battery, like HD infrared X-ray camera.
Yo, F around. That can actually change up the porn game a little bit.
Yo.
Hey, wait, what you mean?
Hey, what if they
Like,
blurred
you feel-
your face out, but they clearly just watched like you and your significant other fucking, but they blur your face out and blur out any like significant things.
I still want to check.
But they like, no, that's not you. Yo,
That is true.
we got to make fun.
No, my bed sheets though.
No, they don't. We got an actor with similar bed sheets.
I have a
And it-
specific stain on this bed sheets.
They rewind it to where it say, these
Why don't
are
you just
actors. These are
Photoshop
not
my bed
anybody
sheets
that
out?
you think is you.
That's crazy.
That's our
Why they can
disclaimer.
Photoshop my bed sheets out? Like that's the thing. Editing is so great.
Yeah.
And all this because they got y'all seen the videos. I'm sure. I don't know if y'all watched them, but they got like celebrities on. They'll have like these porn videos. It's like, oh, watch Miley Cyrus get fucked or whatever. It's just Miley Cyrus's face on like a porn
I
star's
I've
body.
never seen them though.
Yeah.
I ain't never clicked them. I thought it was all.
I haven't clicked them, but I've seen them.
What you mean you ain't click them, but you seen them?
I saw them. Like when you scroll through the list, when the time. Look, y'all already know I have a specific genre, and my genre is nobody famous. I need the nitty gritty amateur. And like some shit just happened. It gotta look like it just happened off the street. And he was like, "Hey girl, you trying to fuck?" She was like, "Yeah." No. That's creepy.
Bang bus, bro.
That's too realistic. That's so fake.
Wait,
I mean,
that's
realistic?
not too realistic. That's too unrealistic.
You ain't never bang bust nobody? That's unrealistic for you then.
Yes.
No,
sure.
I'm just kidding. I ain't never bang bust.
Yeah, I'm saying if you bang bust somebody, we got a different conversation to have, bro.
Wow.
This nigga was out pulling up in buses, and they got in. Nigga, like she just wanted it, bro. You didn't have to do that to her. She just wanted it. She saw a big black nigga in a bus, and you was like, "Oh, you trying to?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get it." It's like, bro, you didn't need the bus. You could have got however you wanted.
You should be afraid if she get in.
Yeah.
She's gonna do you, nigga.
Oh, she got something, bro. It's a wrap.
Moral of the story is this tech will either change up the porn industry, get hella lawsuits, or both. Both of them.
I'm good. Oh no, I'm not getting the air pics. They need like to get like EMPs or whatever the fuck it is to just like like at some point in your house, yeah, you just boop, shut your shit down.
Now your shit fell 60 feet.
Yeah,
jackass.
fuck that. And then I'm gonna step on that hoe.
Oh damn, I ain't even see it.
Here, what? All right. Sorry. So last thing for decent news: Dub versus Sub.
Oh man.
I know how y'all want to frame this argument.
This it's not an argument. I like to say that I've been in the anime community possibly longer than anybody here. Possibly. Just because of age.
You're older than us.
All right, when your ass wasn't reading,
that don't mean you started at the same time. This nigga just started Hunter x Hunter talking about the community.
Seriously? You ain't watched the melancholy of Haruhito Sumiza. Shut up. You don't know about anime fans.
Nigga, you just said some Japanese words.
Yeah, because real anime don't
you
even
sound
got.
like Aston right now, bro. You just sound like Black Divider. If you only see Black Divider before, y'all niggas ain't never watched anime, bro.
All right.
Nigga, I was watching Hamtaro, bro.
That's basic, bro.
That's some old shit.
The oldest anime you ever seen was Big O, bro. Chill
Stop
out.
it.
Oh,
Alright, so like I was saying, there's always been this thing that like subbed watchers and manga readers are the upper echelon. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh, you watch that? Well, I watch it subbed. Oh, you watch that sub? I watch that dubbed. You know what I'm saying?
I read the manga.
Or I read the manga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm tripping. But now I think that in 2019 there needs to be a tonal shift. No, gone are the days where that make you better. No, that just make you a broke nigga, bro. I pay for my shit simulcast. Back in the day, you used to have to wait months to get that dub. Now I get my dub right there. Right there. What I need to read shit no more for?
Here's what I'll say. Until voice acting gets to the English voice acting gets to the par that Japanese sub acting is, I think dub will always be less superior. I think it will. When the community has to get big enough for it to get there.
I think that they go that hard because it's not just like it's big. It's
I feel
also
like
a
they
cultural
use the same
thing.
10 voice actors on everything, fan.
But I'm talking about the cultural thing. Even when
in anime sub, they definitely do. If you a lot of anime have the same voice actors too.
I feel like, but I don't feel like I hit it as much as I do with the dub. Well, I mean, I would say that they're better quality. I'll put it that way. Like, I feel like when I hear an old man voice, there's two types of old man voice I'm going to hear in the dub. The nigga Genryu side, right? Some swole ass, like, when you hear that, like, you know shit's going down, even if he just talking to you about cupcakes. Then talking about cupcakes, you still like, oh shit, he finna drop me. Or it's just like, oh, okay, you know I'm an old nigga, I'm on my way out. But, like, in the dub, like, that shit could be a 20-year-old that got an old man voice. And I'm just like, yo, I don't know.
Well, this is what I'll say. I 100% agree. Subbed voice actors are superior. You need two examples. Okay. Look at Orochimaru. Look at Deku. Night and day. This is crazy. However, I don't fucking speak Japanese. Yeah. Therefore, I'm mainly reading what the fuck they saying and applying their tone to it. I can just apply my own tone to me just hearing them what they got to say. Back in the day, I used to have to wait years, months to get the dub, and it might have been dubbed by some nigga in his basement. The original One Piece dub was ignorant. If y'all was around for that, y'all know it was ignorant. Now they do shit decent with sound quality. You don't hear a nigga in the background while Luffy talking. Like, no, the dub is decent. I don't gotta read no more, bro. I don't gotta rewind to see what that fight scene was about because I was reading them explaining the fight scene.
Bruh, all I heard was, I'm lazy as fuck. Because you already said that the sub voice actors are better. For me, that's it.
But I'm not Japanese.
That's all.
I got a question.
So that's like saying if you, I wouldn't watch a Marvel movie came out in Spanish and they have great actors or whatever.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
No, I'm not gonna watch it, bro.
I'd be curious.
I still never watched what's that? All of Narcos because it's mainly sub.
Oh no, Narcos was lit, bro. I fucked with Pablo.
First season, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Up till whatever however many seasons it took to end the Pablo arc, that is it. After that, when they was like, oh, now we're going after Mexican cartels, I was like, I'm out, bro.
So after the first season, I was like,
nah, first season was good, and second season was decent. You had to see Pablo's fall, bro. You had to see that nigga get taken down.
Listen, in the end,
Why that nigga said puta, bro? It was killing me, man.
in the end, I got no problem with dub. I understand that if you want to like not really focus too hard on the reading, you can still try and capture it and meld the English voices with the anime. Fine, cool, dope, good for you. But
Here we go.
let's not preach that dub is better than sub. That's the only thing that I don't want to get into because to me it don't make sense. Some voice actors just got that intensity and passion that I at least have not really experienced that common for dub.
Yeah.
I maybe have like 2 shows that I could actually remember that are like, you know what? These dub voices are pretty effing legit. 'Cause I remember Bleach actually being decent with dub. And there was one more. I can't think of it right now. But the point is that I can't think of it right now. So one show, dub is decent. Everything else though, sub just hits it. Like you just feel that ish when you
I can give
watch
you that, and I can give you that. That's for true. Like the only dubs that I feel like the voice actors are just better, in my opinion, are like Attack on Titan.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I think them niggas go hard on
that's
Attack
what it was.
on Titan.
DBZ.
I think DBZ just got us with nostalgia. No, he hit.
It's
way
better,
harder.
bro. You heard.
He hit way harder. You right.
You heard Goku's voice.
I'm
slow
not
down.
lying.
Come on.
What?
Goku, the other Japanese Goku, like ugly ass.
No, bro. Like, shouldn't you be reading some books or something, bro?
Yeah.
What are you doing out here?
It hit harder. I ain't gonna lie. Goku.
Nigga, that's what I'm saying. Is that go on in it?
Goku and Dragon Ball Z and Attack on Titan hit harder, but Naruto and not One Piece, Naruto and My Hero hit harder for the sub. Deku and like if you ever look at Orochimaru in Japanese and sub, bro, Orochimaru in English sound like a knockoff Michael Jackson. That's like, bro, I'm not getting hold by you. I'm gonna fight you. I don't care if you gonna kill me. You a bitch. Japanese Orochimaru, like, I don't none of that nigga,
shit
bro.
like that to me is a big difference. Like it's hard for English people to do like the weird,
The creepy nigga.
creepy voice that matches the equivalent of the Japanese. I think that's just a language that
Maybe.
the language itself is.
Maybe.
Watch. I had my roommate watch Deku when he was fighting Muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Watch that Muscular English and dub versus
screen
sub.
there, bro.
It'd be like, bro, what?
Just
The
said
English
screen.
Deku wasn't even really trying. Why you crying?
They
Nigga? It
said
don't
screen.
seem like you that hurt.
Like, as a person who watches the dub for convenience, I still think sub is better, but I think that dub is making strides to, like, come around. But you still hear it. Like, shows that I think are doing better with the dub, like, usually tend to be more popular, so they, like, made the crossover. So, like, Baki wasn't bad on the dub side. Kakegurui, which I'm watching, is not horrible, but you still pick up on them because it's like it's a mainly girl show, so it's like I know there's not that many like English American girl voice actors, so you kind of like hear the same voice crossover, and then you know all that like weird sex emotion that like Japanese people do, like Americans are really like horrible. It just sounds fucking weird, so that shit's off. And then like Rising of the Shield Hero actually isn't bad on the dub either. I think it's just like they only get the work when they're really big versus like in the sub. Even on like shittier or smaller type of animes, you still get that good voice acting quality.
But I feel like this. I feel like niggas treat dubbed like they are like those shit tier dubs, right? Like, and I remember back in the day, yes, 99%, even some shit that made it to Cartoon Network got the shit tier dubs. But nowadays, if you make it into a big platform, you did not get a shit tier dub. You got quality. Like, you in a fucking booth. You know what I'm saying? You're not in some nigga living room. Like, it ain't 1999 no more. Like you said, bro. These dubs are decent enough to be like, all right, I know that I'm gonna get more pain, action, more acting out of them, because to them it's a culture, not just like money. But I'm like, at the same time, bro, it's decent enough now. Like,
I mean, I'll give you that. It's decent enough that I can make it through.
The convenience outweigh it now.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's... If we're talking quality, it is not better. If we're talking convenience, dub is better. Yes.
Okay, but that's part of the thing, like, right?
That's what I'm saying, but we're tied right now. If we take the two tiers, if we take quality, sub got it. We all agree to that, right? The quality of voice acting is better.
But
if we talk convenience, they got it. So what's the tiebreak?
The disparity, it used to be
that,
like
all
this.
I'm hearing is that eventually it'll get to a point where there's not really much of a difference, so it wouldn't really matter.
But I don't think American or dubbed will ever surpass sub, just because I said, like, for them, it's a culture too. Yeah. Where it's not going to ever be a culture for us. It's just going to be some shit we into.
I think it depends on the anime itself. Like, if it's a straightforward anime like Shield Hero, I don't think there's any like weird characters where they have like weird voices or some shit like that. Yeah, it's nothing.
Well, little girl voices just don't work in American terms if they're not voiced by little kids. True. I think like the light girl voices just don't work well with our voices because we just don't do that sound. Like, it's just not for us. Like, and our kids don't sound like that.
Well, you know what's funny? And what I'm starting to love, because like I watch romantic comedies, and now like back in the day there were no dubbed romantic comedies, but now they dubbing them, and it's like Americans are way better at delivering comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like where you'll be like somebody be like, it'll be like bitch and this kind of high tone, but then like a girl will be call you like bitch, kind of like a nigga, and it's so fucking funny, bro. I be dying because I be watching like these goofy ass animes where niggas be using curse words, and hearing a English voice deliver that bitch, make it way funnier, bro.
I feel like it just brought up 2 points to me. One is that I think that what you're saying is valid, but I also think it brings up another hole too, which is like sometimes with the dub, you get jokes lost in translation. So it's really hard to watch like comedy specific sub stuff. If you find them funny in the sub, it's hard to watch it like in the English version because not all the jokes hit the same way.
That's true.
But no, that's
and they need to be better at transferring it.
Because when they sub it, it's just English at the end of the day. So even when they sub it, you're still losing out on those.
No, but mouth flaps though, because sometimes you have to lose some of the words because of the mouth flaps.
But
no, it's not even that. It's like in the dub, like the sub will try to like get as close to the exact thing as possible. The dub will sometimes like try to find the American version of that joke. So they're like, oh, this joke is this, but like let's just do the American version of it, which doesn't necessarily hit the same way, or like throw off the context of like what they're doing because you're like, oh, this doesn't make sense.
Or it can also be better because like if you in a lot of chapters sometimes in the notes they'd be like,
I think it's often worse than it is better.
Actually, an inside joke from Japanese people that y'all would have no idea what they're talking about.
I think it's often worse and better. Then the second thing I had to say on that point is, like, I just have to shout out to, I'm assuming the nigga on Manga stream or whatever, but there is like a black person that's translating some shit. Like every once in a while you'll catch it in the manga where they'll just like say something that's definitely like a black saying. Like I felt like it was in this One Piece chapter at the end. He just said some shit that I was just like, white people don't say that shit. Like, I'm like, so shout out to whatever nigga, it just came to my mind. Shout out to whatever nigga is translating some of this shit and putting that black context in. Because sometimes I'll just hear niggas say some shit that I'm like, no, bro. There's a black person that said, oh no, he need to say that shit, bro. And niggas be saying some wild shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Gramps, you didn't say nothing on this, bro.
Yeah, I was basically going to make a remark. If you fuck with manga hard, then I can't really see you complaining too much about having to read the sub, in all honesty.
Damn, well, undercut your whole
I mean, I fuck with used to reading all the damn time, so not wanting to read suddenly, now that it's animated, it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's not the same. It's absolutely not the same. Because I'm a heavy manga reader too. Because once again, some of these romantic comedies will never get made into an anime. But like, I can read, stop, see what's going on, and then continue to read. Whereas like, if some shit going on and I'm reading, I'm not really absorbing everything that happens. Especially the main thing that made me stop fucking with this is Hunter x Hunter. They be talking about so much shit, bro. Like, you're not about to watch anything that's happening. But when it's done, I be here. He's still gonna talk about all his shit while he doing it. Them niggas should pause. They should just black screen, tell you what the fuck going on, and continue with the show.
But my entire point with that dumbass chapter.
Hey, stop.
Too many fucking words, bro.
Hey, bro, you gotta
read a book.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Fucking Harry Potter book.
You gotta get that exposition across, man. That's what makes it good.
Low-key, Hunter x Hunter, that narrator does kind of get lit sometimes. All right. I'm just going to point that out there.
For real.
Alright, on to the anime segment. So,
Booyah.
Player 5, man, you got a new series, Slept On.
Oh, yeah.
That's where Player 5 watches a bunch of shit most of us niggas already seen. And then he tells us about how lit it is, and we pretend to experience it for the first time. What is that?
Because I feel like y'all niggas ain't put the hype on some shits.
Nigga, we've been
That
to
should've
Hunter
been
x Hunter
so
for a
well.
while. You gotta
Y'all ain't
stop.
put the hype on it.
You gotta stop.
So check it out. I
that
started watching Hunter x Hunter because they got the shits now. They got the shits now. It's a dub. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be watching it.
Wow.
And bro, niggas really did not put hype on Hisoka like that. Y'all was not hyping my man's up like he supposed to be hyped up. The thing he did with his arm, fire. Then my nigga was playing two niggas on both sides when they was at the auction. Fire. My nigga, bro, come on. Why is Hisoka not in these discussions with Strats? Hisoka Strats is up there with Lightning.
Well, the thing about Hisoka is I think he's kind of like a One Punch Man. In that, because you haven't even got that deep to Hisoka yet, but basically, like,
He brought himself back to life.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking to the point where he literally went in a line of hunters, and he just said 199. He just started like rating them like level wise. This nigga just got his. You saw how he just got his hunter license.
Yep.
Literally a month after that,
Yep.
he walked into a line of established hunters and just started rating these niggas as
Yep.
like. You alright?
You got
you trash. Yeah, like to their face, like
Trash.
you're trash. So I'm like, I don't know how strong this nigga is because, like he said, they just come back from the dead and shit too. Like,
what does he do?
he's wild, bro.
He's strong.
This nigga
He's literally out there to find a strong opponent. That's
You know
it.
the little gummy thing?
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't think
But that's what's great about Hunter x
Hunter.
Hunter is like it's all about like the person and the nen. So it's like you can get dropped like at any moment because you don't know the person's nen. Like and once you find out their nen, that's what helps you like.
That's like half the battle.
In hella degrees.
That's why he
If
did
you
put
find
respect
out
on the
before-
Strats in Hunter because
Yeah.
that was his entire
Yeah,
argument.
I remember
Niggas
that.
is crazy.
He put respect on that, but niggas ain't put respect on him. And matter of fact, you know, this is a name I know y'all ain't put enough respect on. Because my nigga
Kilo,
kind of
bro?
the coldest nigga out.
Who?
What Kilo bum ass? What you talking about? I'm talking about my nigga Kurapika. Where his respect
Sasuke?
at? You call him Sasuke?
Sasuke was
No,
taken
he's
from his
Sasuke,
character.
Don't
Bro,
disrespect.
Kurapika.
They say Sasuke was
Sasuke.
they said Sasuke was based off him. Low key.
Sasuke is Kurapika.
Entire that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's what we're
Okay,
saying.
Okay.
But no, Kurapika's
That's
trash.
crazy.
Bro.
I'll tell you what old Hunter is.
This is why it's so funny. So have you got to York New Arc?
Yeah, when he bust them niggas, bro.
Yes, but you realize that Kurapika sacrificed his entire life
To
right?
bust niggas.
to bust
No,
one
these
group of
select-
niggas.
yeah.
He is
Yeah.
not that OP outside of
I
them
know,
niggas.
I know that.
Literally anybody can run up on him and you're like, oh, I want you.
Not anybody.
You're not a spider.
Because he could definitely kick niggas in the face.
No, bro.
He could definitely beat niggas up without that. All them niggas he beat up
First of
without
all, that's the funny thing about Hunter x Hunter is who trained Kurapika.
they showed it in the anime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You saw the dude,
Yeah,
right? You think he's
randomly.
raw or not?
I think he regular.
Yeah. That's the thing. Regular niggas train people. You saw like Zushi.
You know my nigga. I don't care what y'all gonna say. I don't care what y'all say. Zushi coming back, bro.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. I don't give a fuck what happened. Zushi, my nigga, he coming back.
I'm just saying, like, you get dropped by the most regular niggas in high school. Like, why? I think one of the
go
moments.
back and watch it now.
Like the bomber,
That's what I'm saying. He looked so regular. That was a moment that I fell in love with, like, Hunter x Hunter, because I was like, these and any other manga would be the fodderest niggas ever, and they was the scariest niggas in Greed Island. Like, everybody was like, we can't fuck with these three bomber niggas. Like, sometimes I was like, wait, is that the bomber nigga, or was that like a regular nigga I just saw before?
That literally got me like,
these niggas is hilarious.
It got to the point where I was like, when I first saw them, you know, they gave that evil nigga grin. I was like, oh, you gonna be that nigga that think you hard and get beat the fuck up. And then at the end, it was like, this is the nigga.
Hard.
He hard. Niggas really scared of him.
Bro, Biscuit had to come out on these niggas. Like, what?
Biscuit came through. I was like, big buff body ass, bro. Draws showing this shit. Strong, muscly butt ass, bro. Biscuit, why y'all ain't tell me about her buff ass?
Bro.
Where did she come? She literally was just like, I'm training y'all niggas.
She's an old raw nigga.
Old OP mother ever. She's
an old raw nigga.
Yeah.
But she ain't on nothing with my nigga Razor.
So you saw Zeno
in
the Zoldyck fight?
Razor, bro.
The Zoldyck. But my thing is, bro, I felt like off the hype they was cold, but I don't think they was that cold.
Wait,
you talking about Killua's parents?
Yeah, his granddad and his dad. Here's my reason. Hear me out.
Bro,
this is the only reason I don't think they that cold. Is because it's like you said, niggas be really flip flop. You never know. They basically the reason I thought they beat that nigga is because they was like, yo, we've been doing this for a long time. I figured your name out. We about to get busy, and that nigga was like, I still don't know what y'all niggas do. Yeah. So I was like, bro, that's why they banking you. But I feel like
they put hella respect on because afterwards they said then Lucifer would have dropped her.
No. He didn't say that.
They didn't.
Yeah, I thought they ran away because he started figuring shit out.
No. That's not why he left.
I literally
I thought old man was like, oh, this nigga figured out my name. Like, we gotta get the fuck out.
They was about to kill that nigga, and then his son called the one that's older than him, and he was like, hey, I killed them niggas.
Or Fadu.
Illumi. And then he was like, all right, bro, we ain't about to kill you. Your niggas dead. We out. Right. And then, he didn't say that he was going to kill us. His granddad said that me and you 1v1, you would kill me. But we was gonna mob you, nigga. We was gonna gangbang. Them niggas was not fighting fair, nigga. They jumped that nigga. They locked the door and jumped that nigga.
That's what just always see God, man.
Oh God, that nigga came through. It was like, bro, we here to kill you.
The Zolas don't give a fuck about that rule shit, bro. They told Killua. That's the also funny part is like there's niggas who's not hunters, but like definitely top tier niggas. They're just like they get the hunter license for convenience. They're like, oh, I guess I need to be able to do this shit. Let me
that
go ahead and get
nigga
this
Killer
license.
was funny because like they had did this whole thing on the Greed Island arc, and then this one nigga like, bro, we gotta kill these bombers. They done kill hundreds of niggas. Woo woo. Killer was like, bro, I done killed more niggas than that. I'm an assassin.
You got to the floor part right where they were fighting through the.
I finished Greed Island. Shit. They teleported on that nigga that may or may not be Jing. I don't know that yet.
Oh, okay.
They teleported on who?
Okay. On the nigga.
Find out.
So like
so you saw Razor get his. Razor fucked his fingers up.
Yeah, Razor definitely was bodying.
When Razor, the dude who was playing dodgeball, he threw that shit and Hisoka's fingers was like, oh.
Hisoka did body them niggas though. When he slung that shit back, fam. Yeet! I was like, no, he didn't. When that shit got by, I was like, damn, Hisoka, you stupid. And I was like, bungee gum. Bungee gum, bro. Yeah, that's definitely a rewatch. Like, cause it's so many episodes. I'll just play it. Yeah, it's dubbed all the way through. So I just
it's dubbed all the way.
I just be like cleaning or doing shit and then watching. They be turning up.
It's cold, man.
The thing is, you missed the hype. When was that like actually like coming out weekly? Was that like in college?
Yeah, it had to be in college.
Yeah, that was a bust.
Yeah.
Niggas was busting, bro. Pause.
Yeah.
That shit.
It's crazy. Killer and Loki. The shit that pissed me off with that. This is my last bit of respect I'm putting on. I had to catch up the whole series. You know what I'm saying? Is that like I'm never sure if Killer was really, really that much stronger than Gon, or if he not You feel me? Because every time where he be like, damn, Gon, that's lit. And then bang the nigga Gon just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is he that friend that's like, I'm up here, but I fuck with you like I'm not? Or is they really that close?
I thought in the beginning of the show, I would say it was that, where Killua was way better than Gon, and he was just like, oh, I kind of like this dude, so like, he's my friend now. And then now Gon has gotten close, but I still don't think he's trying to kill her, especially like, once Killua pulled out Godspeed, like I was like, "Where this nigga ain't?" Because he actually used that. No, but Gon had that blasting, right? The rock paper scissors or whatever, like
whatever.
Yeah, but the broken shit that he used against Pito is a one-time.
No, that's a one-time.
I talking about the.
No, but I'm saying Godspeed was like one of those like what the fuck shits.
No, I'm saying Gon doesn't have shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What I don't like,
all he got is a rock paper scissors.
Oh, I thought you were saying rock paper scissors was gonna compete, and I was like, bro, this rock paper scissors, this nigga is like
he wouldn't even hit.
He had a Chimera and shook for a second, like then he was like, oh, this nigga fast. Like
the one thing I don't like about the dub, do I give y'all respect, is with like powers of names, like saying like Shai Shoraku, John Ken Rock sounds way cooler than Show Me Rock.
Oh yeah,
John Ken Rock. Like that seemed lame. I'm like, yeah, your power don't seem as cool. The sub nigga made it seem way harder.
Yeah. Another thing to think about with Gon is like, and the separation of all these Nen parts is like, his powers is not unique at all. That's the funniest part about it. It's like, if you think about it, like, wow, that's cool that you made up that move. But if you think about it, Vogan that got dropped by Kurapika or whatever, the swole dude, he probably could do the exact same shit. It's like, be like, oh yeah, I can do that. Huh? What is he? He's enhancer. Yeah, so he just straightens different parts of his body.
There's like way better shit you could do with that. Yeah. Like if that nigga made like a All Might flick, that'd have been hard. Like I put all my power into this finger, nigga. Pow, that'd have been cold.
But then anybody could copy it.
Yeah, that's true.
The only niggas that's really unique are specialist niggas, obviously.
Right.
Because it's like, I'm not copying Bungee Gum. Like, how do you do that? Like, you would have to have the ability to do that.
There's so much to Nen that I was like, I feel like now that if we went back and did like which power would you rather have or which role, I would rather be a Nen because I feel like I can just outthink some of these dumb niggas. Like, I feel like it's a world I'm like, go, you will box me.
Man, tell me.
But you're dumb.
Telling you.
Those are the things that I feel like don't get.
I create conditions.
Those are things that make those are things that make versus difficult sometimes, because when you factor in like the level of stress that they use in, like some of their powers seem shitty, but then if you factor in like the fact that they really stretch shitty powers to like god tier level sometimes in Hunter x Hunter, you go like, oh, it's hard to put this up against some other manga because they go power to power, like, oh, this nigga sucks. But it's like, if you think about it, like, they shred against niggas like on par with that sometimes, and they drop them.
Just sucks that Unreal never be.
Oh yeah, fucking Togashi, bro. That's what you entered into. No, he just keeps taking hiatuses, so they can't finish it. Where they stopped, they were on Subboat.
It's done.
The world just opens up, bro. Yeah. The world just opens up. That's like why it's like.
He's gonna die before
it just opens up.
Because the show can keep going.
I mean, the world's so open, they could literally just have another mangaka pick it up with another character.
We had a discussion before, and then he was saying that you don't think anyone could do it to the level that
I don't think they could.
That he could.
Yeah, it would probably be different. It would be different, but the world is so expansive that I would be okay with slightly different. If you know how the Nen works, you can build whatever story. The niggas can do whatever and just finesse it through Nen.
Nah, bro, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Maybe if you had like an apprentice during like the whole time or something like that, maybe.
Well, he was saying his wife gonna do it. That's what he was saying.
It could potentially be Sailor Moon. All right, well,
that's the only respect.
Right. Yeah, his wife is Sailor Moon creator, isn't it?
On Hunter x Hunter.
All right,
and the last little bit of Black Clover is that finally did Spirit Dive, and this is what really got me on the wave of Asta ain't shit. Asta, you not the main character, nigga. You will not be True.
Never, bro.
Yeah.
True.
Is God, man.
Yeah.
In that world.
I've accepted this. But then they got to thinking, where did that nigga Fuegoleon drop a Spirit Dive? Then it's like, are you not the savior of the world no more?
To me, I knew was broken when like a whole fairy came up and just said, hey, what's up?
Yep.
I'm yours now. Like,
yep.
The like that was the first time I ever saw that.
I feel like that's the look.
The next time we saw something like that was the salamander. So I'm like, oh, this nigga, is specialized. And you see how they hyping up the salamander. It's like, oh, if you get that, you're the god of fire basically in the world. So I'm like, oh, this nigga got a wind spirit. He has the best wind book out there, and it's basically wins better than the other shit.
Meryl Leona's still probably stronger than him, right? Than
you know.
No, the fire salamander.
Oh, she is. They better. That salamander better switch.
What if?
Because that low key would be raw. That would be raw, Meryl Leona, if you really think about it. Because then she probably like fused with the shit.
Meryl Leona.
Because I hate that people just use the salamander. Like it would be better if it was like more of a fusion, where it's like, oh, you know, like shit. I'm just gonna armor myself.
I don't think
with the salamander shit.
Can they do that?
In the anime, at least,
Meryl Leona will find a way. She'd be like, fuck that, I ain't flying this. Go ahead, fuse, bro. Let's get.
Yeah, I feel like
she'll fight herself.
Yeah, after they see, then for sure, because explained he had to see Asta to be like, oh, okay, let me try that with this. So
yeah, he just waiting.
You just be.
I'm not that big of a fan of Fuego Leon. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like,
no, after I saw Meryl Leona,
I'm telling you, Meryl Leona is the
Exactly.
She is.
Huh?
I think the anime may have done it.
No, they about to kill Meryl Leona. They ain't even got to her best part yet. They just know about her.
I'm talking about the anime probably did him better.
No, I feel that, but I'm saying still they cannot do him better than Meryl Leona is. Once she gets really introduced,
the anime is decent.
I mean that's what pissed me off about the manga.
When he came out the coma, I said, "Oh, who's that?
What's his name again?"
Yeah,
that's why the manga.
I think you only remember him because his name sounds broken as hell. Like it would be nice to have that name wrong.
Fuego Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm naming my first son Fuego Leon. Fuck you, be. And I'm gonna draw a little dot on his head.
Wow.
But yeah, that's all the respect I
Alright, Rising of the Shield Hero. We're gonna do a quick review up to the point where
he gets respect.
Yeah, he gets his redemption.
Episode 20 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's alright.
Rising of the Shield Hero?
Like the show in general?
Yeah.
I disagree.
I don't know where the hype was coming from necessarily that I would say it was overhyped. I felt like some people saw it was good.
Maybe people was talking about it, so I expected crazy shit, but nothing really.
It was different. It was different.
I think that's what it was. It was different. Like we probably have, but in recent times we've never seen a show where like they was on that with the main character the way they was on that with
Day One.
Naofumi. And they did the video game genre better. Like that's definitely top 5 of isekai shows, I think.
Yeah, but I still think it could have been better, in my opinion, I guess.
That's better than Sword Art. That's all they need to do. Shit.
It wasn't.
Well, it depends who you ask.
Better than the potential hype of Sword Art. Let's put it that way.
Where Sword Art could have gone?
Yeah, like don't you know those first couple episodes when you watch Sword Art, you like, oh wait.
The first episode?
This about to be lit.
Yeah.
The thing that hooked everybody.
Is this a survival manga?
The potential of Sword Art is higher than where that show got, where Shield Hero got. Yeah. Shield Hero was really good, but I think they did the redemption arc too quick. I think they think people care more about these waves and what's going on than we did about him being the underdog. And that's not true. Now that he redeemed, I really kind of don't give a fuck what happened to this world. Like if he would have saved the world and then got redeemed, I would have kept watching to him get redeemed. Now I don't really.
I'll put it this way: I think I don't necessarily care about the main world, but they can potentially get me with what they do in other worlds because what the reveal of that lady did and like his redemption did was like it opened up the world to the fact that it's like, okay, it's not just these Melremark niggas. There's a whole bunch of other niggas in other places, and that's where I wish they went down more. Cause like remember when he went up and he tried to get the class upgrades for them, and they was like, nah, nigga, and then they were like, oh well, there's hourglasses other places. I thought they were gonna use that to go like, oh well, let's find out what these other niggas are doing, and there would be like a whole different tier, and it looked like they was introducing like other heroes. Because there was this redhead guy that he met. Then I was like, oh, this nigga look like he got hands. Yeah, like I'm like, he probably up there. So I'm like, they're building the world. I just think that like
beta test.
They should have saved it for the redemption for the last episode of the season, and then started building the other one.
Seasons. I think the season has like what? It's 24 episodes. They should have kept it going. I feel like that was more of a driving factor for him. That he was hated by everyone.
Yeah.
it should have been an overarching thing where.
And I don't feel like he's mastered the Rage Shield either. So I felt like it should have kind of came hand in hand with that. Where like now that he's redeemed, he also like mastered the Rage Shield, so he doesn't actually have this hate for the people anymore.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's still gonna have struggles with trying to master that new ability. And it's but he loves everybody now, so it's kind of weird. So it's like, what do you hate? Like
that Rage Shield was
they could
till it popped that nigga. The Rage Shield when it popped you. Wow.
Yeah, no, they could have did that differently. I think the only reason they did do it early is because homie did whatchamacallit. He's gonna need some backup of the actual army to actually start hitting these waves after Glass was introduced. Because Glass showed the chick. The main chick of the enemies. Well, the fans. Right. So like after she showed up, it was pretty much like, if homie don't get a stupid power up or start working well with these kids, then they gonna get dropped. Like they had to introduce something to actually help like compete against her. So that's where the queen showed up and be like, alright, it's all Gucci, y'all be Gucci, like get together, actually put in work. But what they could have done differently is still, like they still dropped the Pope, right? But still put more respect and power to Mine and the King. So there's actual like a versus of Queen and the Shield Hero and then Mine and the King. So there's still kind of like that kind of internal tension there. So like that can actually kind of keep going, and maybe like half of the city's kind of divided, like half with the Queen and half with the King in mind. So it's like, he can still low-key get murdered by some kind of random assassin that King wants to do. So like you still kind of have that factor, but he still is getting help to actually deal with like, you know, how strong the waves are actually getting. I can see that have been legit, but since they gave Queen like all the power, it was just like immediate, no, I ain't having this no more. Y'all gonna expect the Shield Hero or die. Like, so they could have did that just a little bit differently. But he did need some help, or like some stupid power boost to actually compensate for that. So that's probably just why they do.
Oh, another thing I thought was kind of weak is the harem that they trying to pull. You know, like all these little girls. The harem is like
the philo reptile.
Yeah, they could have made one of them a boy. Hell, make the dude transgender. I don't give a fuck. Make it a genderless slime. But the harem is a bit stretched. He not even fucking with the other hoes.
What you mean?
Like he could just have a relationship with Raptalia and that'd be it. The harem of little girls is not.
Melty's a little weird. I'm not a fan of that.
Y'all think there's something between Melty and
I mean, they're all crushing on him for sure.
Melty crushing on him.
He's not reciprocating, but they're all crushing on him.
Pretty much.
Like Filo's crushing on him, Melty's crushing on him, Raptalia's crushing on him.
Right.
To me, I think like what they could also do is go the Kingdom route with this, where like now that we know there's all these different worlds and waves attack each of the worlds, just go look, Shield Hero, this is your domain, build that shit out. Like build an army. You figure out how to do that shit so we get more other characters, because I just don't.
I mean, bro, that's what he's doing.
I think there's
fight part is so background. I feel like I don't care that much about the power development of the other niggas. I'll put it that way. Like I care about all the different shit he can do with his shield, but I don't care about like him, the spear hero and the arrow hero and the sword hero coming together to have some ultimate move. Like I don't give a fuck about that. So like I would rather them just go and build their own armies as like a background thing, and then come back and be like, oh, I'm this strong and I got these two backup niggas that are this strong.
I think they gonna have to deal with more, like now that the kingdom shit over, I think they gonna have to deal with that in other countries, because if you remember two things. One, word is out that Shield Hero is scumbag, and word don't travel that quick that he not. And then two, they were supposed to summon them as like a whole unified planet,
right.
But that nigga was like, fuck y'all, and summon them all there. Right. So everybody mad at them for that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They still
so niggas might, they could just be like, hey, let's kill these heroes. But they said the Queen
was going around to fix that shit.
That don't mean niggas is buying.
No,
I'm sure not all of them.
You didn't watch the most recent episode, but the buddy ass was still thinking like, oh, I heard that the Shield
Hero the Shield Hero was scumbag.
After,
so
like,
niggas out there still think
they just don't know
right. But I mean, as far as your wishes and like the all the heroes make their own domains, that's like literally what happened. So I mean, like, spoiler alert, obviously, but
I'm cool with that.
homie got the queen to give him leadership and domain of Rautalia, the old village, and they rebuilding all that back up. So the shield here is literally the lord of that.
Oh, this in the sub.
Yeah, sub.
Oh, I was like, hey, I didn't see that.
Oh, another plus for sub.
Yeah,
we be on time. All right.
But no, CPT time. Deeper. There's a lot of things happening that I can't talk about.
You reading the manga?
Yeah, I just read the latest chapter today.
Man, hey, fuck all y'all reading Goblin Slayer.
No, bro.
Niggas out here.
You're not supposed to read.
I'm saving it. I'm trying not to hop into the manga.
Don't read Goblin.
Because I'd be done.
Get on that.
I'd be done with being spoiled. Right at this point, like, shit, I'm about to be on there.
You been holding this out good, bro. Be cool.
Hey, you ain't talking about reading the manga, bro.
You supposed to be reading it, Gramps. What the fuck? That's the whole point for the anime slot.
Hey, the manga, this shit already resolved, bro.
The manga, he on the second game.
Wave's been over in this motherfucker.
Yeah, that nigga play Call of Duty now.
Oh, y'all ain't reading Shippuden? Y'all ain't reading Rise of the Shippuden? What?
That just reminded me of one thing, though. I do feel like the entire show is kind of like Naruto was before the Chunin exams, where it's random missions, and that's the part I hated the most. I feel like that's why I like it.
The villain of week shit
I mean, I can understand like the filler feel of those missions, but it's like they do tie it all in the end, you know?
They do feel really
like,
filler though. Huh? So they do feel really filler.
No, they did. Well, I ain't gonna lie.
Here's why it doesn't affect me, and I think it probably bothers you. Coming from like the gaming world, this is like the grind. Like this is like, I got this boss battle, so I gotta go do this and that. So I like look at it from that lens where like, this is all the shit he has to do before he does a boss. So, like, after you beat a boss in the game, like, you got two options. I'm going to do a bunch of side quests, or I'm going to do the next boss. And depending on how fun the game is, usually, if it's fun, you're doing the side quest. So, I feel like that's what's going on here, where it's like, all this villain of the week shit is really like, alright, I need to get to this point before the next wave comes. So, I got to, like, start the grind. Like, that's why I look at it that way.
Let's grind some levels. I hate
that's what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do.
Because they at least didn't show you the real level grind, because if they show
it'd be hours.
If they showed you the first episode of him actually fighting them things all night, when he had to fight them little ball things, just to get to level 2, and then you know after that the experience bar gets bigger. So from level 2 to level 3. He got to do that like 2 times as much to get there.
And that nigga on level 7 or something.
Yeah. Whoa. They going pretty fast.
That nigga beating the shit out there with balloons.
Real niggas like, yo.
Hey, this
motherfuckers
ain't never had to do that level grind. That's why you tell. You don't know.
He said RuneScape. Oh, damn.
Beating bricks. Mining
some shit, bro. Tough.
Yeah.
What you think Graham Sweden hear from you besides that one comment?
Oh shit.
Well, so my opinion on it, I feel like it would have been a bit better if he would have went to like one of those other countries where people actually fuck with the shield hero hard, and basically after he left, everybody created this huge image of him being like the ultimate villain that they thought that they would have to end up fighting at the very end or whatever. So that basically, just like how y'all was saying, he would end up redeeming himself or whatever, but it would end up kind of setting it up where it would look like it's all of these countries fighting each other instead of all of these niggas just simply fighting whatever comes out of this, what do you call it? Out of this portal or whatever that comes out of the sky. So basically, every time he's doing something good for these other countries or whatever, the original country that some of them would twist up the stories just to make it seem like he's a bigger and better villain or whatever. So basically, we're looking at this whole world in the perspective of a villain in this original world, just to find out that person was a good guy the whole time. That's how I would have preferred it to go throughout the whole story the whole time, and then get redemption.
That's interesting.
So the consensus is everybody was down with the shield hero having the villain, him versus the whole world kind of perspective, and just wanted to keep that as long as possible.
Yeah, it's different. You don't see anything like that.
No, I feel it.
It'd be like truly him becoming the villain off nothing, and then like on that, I'm guessing they're gonna explore those plot points too, as to like why the old king hates the shield hero because of the previous shield hero or whatever. But like, At the same time, I'm not as satisfied with that. I don't have a better option, but I'm not as satisfied with that being like the real reason. I would have actually preferred it more if it was like maybe like orchestrated by the world, where he just happens to end up looking bad by accident, and he like isn't actually doing anything bad, versus like them knowing he's good and just hating on him for like bullshit reasons. I don't know. Like, well, we'll see. I like Graham's ideas going with it. I actually would have liked it even more if he just like took that farther and just like owned a domain and then was just like, yeah, like our domain's just gonna do what the fuck we want. If y'all want to war with us, fine, we'll kill all of y'all. Like, but alright. Anything else on Rising of the Shield Hero? Y'all want to give it a rating before we go to the highlights? Up to this point,
That's a decent.
I would.
Decent as hell.
Alright. It would have been a lit minus, but I'm giving it a decent as hell plus because I know it's going down, in my opinion, after this. It was like up, and I felt like I saw his climax, and knowing that like the end is dropping a little bit, I'm giving it a decent as hell plus.
I'll probably give it a decent as hell regular. Yeah.
I'll give it a decent.
Wow, decent?
Yeah, it was decent. The ending is falling flat. It's definitely getting weaker. Yeah, it was decent.
I thought about giving it a decent amount.
Damn.
Which isn't that bad. Decent amount.
I mean, for like the hype of the show,
Damn.
it'd be surprising.
Yeah, I know, yeah. For the hype to get a decent minus is pretty disappointing.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said. It's alright.
I mean, like, that's 3 tiers lower. Like, lit is like lived up to expectations. Decent as hell is like, I would classify that as overhyped. I mean, everybody sees it differently.
You thought like this had like lit expectations going into it?
Oh yeah, 100%. I thought first episode was good, strong. It was strong first. Second was also really good because they like. I like that dark underbelly that they were sticking with, where like the Shield Hero had to come up through doing underhanded
Grimy,
things, even though he was like still good. Like he had to take on a slave.
Yep.
He like put that curse on her slave. Even low key, the part where like they put the thing on the chick, like to. When they were doing the interrogation, and then she was like getting hurt. Even that part I thought was like really cool. But then now that it's like all about friendship, like the shonen parts are coming
she's still
through.
around too. Like, she's still around, just doing shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, now she's in the background now. Like she doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Since everyone found out.
I think this is a problem of shonen. Sometimes is like it starts off as really like a seinen or like a more adult tone. And then they go like, oh no, I'm still shonen at the end of the day. Yeah, so it starts to get pulled back into like all the tropes that you usually hate seeing.
They go hard the first couple of chapters.
Yeah.
After that, we got.
That's why I fuck with Goblin Slayer. Like Goblin Slayer kept that shit adult all the way through. Like that should not be classified as a shonen at all. Like that shit was like.
Goblin Slayer helped up.
Huh?
No,
Right now, maybe.
Actually, yeah, it probably does now.
It was big enough.
I might finish it then.
Tripping.
All right, on to the mega section of the podcast. So, got 2 questions. Do you want to start with the Tomura thing or the One Piece thing?
We could probably hit One Piece. That'd probably be faster.
All right, let's do the One Piece. Graham, do you want to frame that question for us, please?
All right, so let's talk about this new Haki that Luffy has basically been developing over the course of this last couple of chapters. And now we're just finding out that it's basically about him essentially placing his armament Haki inside of objects in order to like destroy them from the inside out. So yeah, I can see this being used, you know, to make him better at fighting against somebody who's literally a tank like Kaido or Big Mom. But I don't really see how this makes him any more powerful when he's fighting against anybody else, because basically every other battle is going to be more of, you know, him developing his other forms of Haki or maintaining Gear 4 for longer or even developing Gear 5 if he needs to and so forth. So I don't really see any other uses for this. It seems like it's just a one-off type of level up of this type of Haki. That doesn't really need to have so much of a large training for.
I actually want to disagree with you, Gramps, in the sense that this kind of gives Luffy a way of getting stronger without getting a new form in itself. Because if you, like, okay, so let's say he masters his Haki, right? This pretty much means that he can use less effort to do more damage. It's more about technique than just actually getting stronger. So this new level of Haki would make even his gear second be like OP in a way. If you could be like fast enough that like no one could see you, and then as soon as you hit a strike, you doing like damage, no matter who you fighting against, including Big Mom or Kaido. I think that's huge. So like how you mentioned Luffy possibly getting a gear 5, I'm saying that won't be necessary because it's gear 4 with this new Haki would be able to start competing, or at least start putting a fight, I'll say at least, to some Yoko.
So let's say, for example, if a Kainu hits his ass with lava, how could he exactly use that new form of Haki in order to fight against that type of shit?
Well, I mean, like, as long as you have Haki, you can touch Logia. Are you saying, like, as defense against lava?
Yeah,
or
you can touch a Logia, but he still wouldn't be able to compete against somebody like a Kainu who's literally going to be burning his ass up the whole time.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I have no idea. But
I don't get what you mean.
I think he's saying like when.
That's what I'm thinking. Like it would have to be just a strengthening of that base type of Haki in order to go against somebody like a Kainu, for example, instead of just trying to simply destroy something from the inside, because you can't just quote unquote destroy lava from the inside out.
Haki allows you to touch Logias already, so I feel like that invalidates that part.
Right, but if he's shooting the lava at you, how are you touching them?
Oh, you mean
if it becomes a projectile at this point?
Yeah, he's not going to use it against the lava, but as far as like a Kainu's person,
he's
like Sarat,
him himself.
Yeah, like if he goes up and tries to hit a Kainu, he can hit him with his Busoshoku without even this, and now he can like also like put an attack on the inside.
No, I understand that. If you're actually making contact with somebody, yes, that's what makes it more effective against somebody who, potentially has a very strong outer shell, I guess you could say.
But actually what I thought this was a projectile move too, so I would thought that he could still shoot it at someone. Because I thought that's what What's-His-Face was talking about in the beginning. Like, even though they showed it this way, I thought the initial thing was like, you were going to shoot some shit out of your hands.
I thought they were two separate things.
Oh, okay.
To be honest.
Because for example, when Rayleigh did that shock against that elephant, that's not the same thing. That's a different type of Haki than what Luffy just played. That's my opinion, because I think the blocking thing is closer to this one, whereas like something on the outside where it just kind of blocks it.
Yeah.
But
I don't exactly know what it is that he's talking about, the inside shit. But I just think it's two separate things. I guess this is like a higher level.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Here's my thought on the usefulness of it. One, if we talk about like the different types of things Luffy fights, right? There's fodder niggas. Those are already taken care of, more or less, like with all of his arsenal. So he can still use this on them, but does he need to? No. So we're probably not gonna see it on fodder niggas. There's like the niggas that are like he's stronger than, but like won't get knocked out by straight up Conqueror's Haki, right? Do I see him using this on them? No, he can knock them out with his basic moveset. Now there's the people that's on his same tier. Do I see him using this on them, like a Law or a Basil or whatever? I also don't see him using it on there. I strictly see this as like Luffy now has basically set himself up to where every fight we see him, he's going to take on a Yonko or someone of that tier. So the only way now, because we know he's not physically as strong as these people, he has not put in enough effort or work as these people, the Haki is basically his plot armor that allows him to beat these folks. We already established, like in the last arc, Big Mom is untouchable, like when it comes straight up like 1v1. And Queen even showed that now too, because Queen dropped her ass on her head and like Big Mom like got knocked out from it, but it seemed like it was like an internal injury versus like her going like, ow, that hurt. I feel like she just shook her brain up and she's like, oh, concussion, I'm knocked out.
She's sleeping.
Yeah, so to me, it's like, okay, well, how do I penetrate someone like Big Mom without having the time to build up the actual physical strength to do something like that? Well, I use this. Kaido, same thing. Like, I need to be able to touch this dude, but I cannot actually, like, physical one-to-one, I can't take him on. We saw what he did to 3 niggas of his level. Yeah. Same thing with Shanks, same thing with Whitebeard. Like, I see this move being used as is, like, this is the plot armor that's going to allow Luffy to get to some level, maybe not fully beat Kaido, but to get to some level of like, all right, this is how I pass Kaido. And then what I'm hoping to see is like the same way we saw Dogtooth take Kenbonshoku to a next level, is to see somebody that uses this, but like on some other super level, meaning like we could see like a Neji type of nigga who uses this in like a pressure port type of format, or someone who can like send this as like blast to people that does damage, but they're basically like I want to see what the actual high tier level of this is. Like Kenbonshoku was just like hearing things, but Dogtooth was like, here's like if I went to college for Kenbonshoku Haki, this is one of the degrees I could get. So now I want to see like with this move, what is like the college degree level? What's the masters of this? Because I think someone else, either in this arc or later in the story, is going to have like a way better mastery. Because all Riley did was like the base level version of it. Boom, Seastone handcuffs don't work on me anymore. And that's what we got for Luffy here. Now Seastone handcuffs don't mean shit to Luffy whatsoever. Like he'll be able to take them bitches off. But I want to see like, all right, here's the master of it.
So basically, if we see somebody like fucking Mihawk fighting against Luffy, and he tries to hit his ass with his sword, Luffy's just gonna suddenly break the sword from the inside out.
I don't think he'd be able to do it on Mihawk's sword. I think it would be Haki versus Haki. So no. Because like I say that because I think like Mihawk would put Haki into this thing. This thing seems like if you're not fully body armored Haki, like just regular skin, if I hit you, I can do this. Yeah. But I felt like if he runs into another person like a Virgo, for example, and try to do this on him, it wouldn't like necessarily work. If he was fully armored.
I think it is like just because Luffy can use Haki and touch like a Kanu, for example, he still can't beat him. Yeah. I mean he can do the Haki stuff, but that doesn't mean he can just break Mihawk's sword automatically.
Yeah. Nor do I think he would use this type of thing on Mihawk. I think Mihawk would basically be like a gear type of win. That's the way I would see the fight going. I wouldn't see how he would use this. I see this specifically on these like. That's why to be honest, I don't even see him. Not that Luffy would ever go against Shanks, but I don't even see him using this against Shanks. I see this like Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido. These gigantic people who are actually like physically strong. Yeah, like you can't really get to them physically. Like that is why I see him using them.
Something to make your attack stronger. I mean, that's all I see.
That's what I thought too.
Like, that's one thing though. I don't see that as making your attack stronger. I see it as just a one-off type of thing.
I mean, that's what they said. It's just a more powerful.
I mean, but one level above that power is the ability to have the Haki. You clad yourself and destroy them from the inside out. That is far more powerful. Yeah, I mean, like even like in the 2 panels, he's only scratching this piece of rock compared to him actually destroying it.
Power up.
So I mean, this is like a physical power up, I believe. So
it's like assuming can be added to every attack and just makes every attack stronger.
Right.
Essentially.
Right.
Well, I guess then our follow-up question would be, what form do you see this being the most useful in? Like of gears of like. Well, if we take the Gear 4th world, could you see him added to any of those animal forms?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in terms of like where you feel like we get a new move from it versus like an enhanced version. Like, because I can see like the way I interpreted it was like a blast. So I saw this as a really great thing for like Snake Man, where like all Snake Man is supposed to do is really help you get the hit in. So if he can get the hit in, he's good. So I can see it as that, or I can see it as like if he can make this something that's like a bomb, basically, then he could up the Kong gun to where it's something like how Kenshiro does in whatever, where he kind of like hits you and then there's a delay and you blow up. Like he would just hit somebody with a Kong gun, they think nothing happened to them. He walks away, is like boom, you done.
Oh, like all this internal damage.
Yeah, like that type of shit. So that's the way I saw it, but like the way I'm seeing it now is like. The way I'm seeing it from this picture is there's something outside of your Haki that like can phase through skin.
That's pretty much how
which is weirder to me than what I thought, which was like, oh, I'm just like sending a blast into the object that's doing stuff, and then I'm like,
no, I mean it's pretty much what you said before with the Hyuga Taijutsu. Yeah. It's like literally been putting your chakra inside someone else, like to attack their internal systems.
Yeah.
So if Homie really does become a mastery period where he can just like throw a punch with Haki and do this, then like I said before, this is gonna amplify all of his fighting, just period. Whether in I guess technically if you want to be technical, the gear 2nd through 4th is when he actually uses like Haki in his moves, I guess. So I see literally all his forms getting a boost after he masters this. Period.
Okay.
And that's just on the attack stance of things, not as far as defense goes.
I don't
So,
think.
like, for example, if he's using Snake Man and somebody, like, for example, when Katakuri was dodging all of Luffy's hands and was still able to get close to Luffy's actual body and land an attack on him, that doesn't do anything as far as defense on his actual body, right?
I would guess that too. I don't sense any like defensive capabilities with how they're wording this.
Yeah, my guess from this is like, I see full body Kenbonshoku or whatever Busoshoku Haki as like that, as the defense power up when it comes to the Haki world.
Like Virgo?
Yeah, well, Virgo did. I felt like that is because they kept making it seem like it was the most unique thing ever. We've never seen anyone else do something like that. Well, I think it's weak because it's Virgo. You know what I mean? But like, if I'm a Haki master and then I do that, like I should be impenetrable. Basically, think about it. Like, because your Haki just gets stronger. So it's like, if I have the strongest Busoshoku Haki out there, you cannot penetrate that.
I was thinking that if you spread it over a large area, the entire body, I was thinking maybe it weakens it. Like if you put focus it on one point, it's stronger, as opposed to just putting it all over your body. But we don't know. He never probably will. We probably never talk about it.
All right, we're halfway through, right? So we got time. Hella fucking chapters. God damn. Niggas still gonna be talking about this with gray hairs and shit. God damn, Manga. Alright, so in summary, I'm guessing we did not change your mind about the usefulness of this.
In summary, we just don't know shit about it. That's really it.
Maybe next chapter.
We'll need more time. Alright. On to the Tomura Shigaraki character analysis / trash roulette / get these views.
I didn't want to phase this question just straight up. Is Tomura Shigaraki a good villain?
Yeah, let's.
You want to do it like that?
What ways do you consider Tomura Shigaraki?
I would say, is he a good character? Let's put it that way. I wouldn't say villain because I don't want to compare him to other villains. I think we can go. I feel like villainy is an aspect of his character. Let's go like ability. Is he a good villain? And then character traits or whatever else comes up. But I would rather go like at the end of the manga. Would you see Tomura as a good character? And that would come from him, and villainy would be an aspect of that, right? Like, was he a good villain? So if I was to go, because I want to say villainy for last, that's going to be the longest argument. If we go just like power ability, Tomura Shigaraki's power is
good.
Decay, right? Is that what it's called?
Disintegration?
Yeah.
Or just decay?
Decay. So basically anything he touches with his 5 fingers before the most recent chapters, he like totally dissipates. Now we've come to some way where like he can do that automatically without having to touch the thing.
No, I think he still has to touch, but he can spread it to some other
it gets spread.
Oh, okay. It looks like it's going to get past that with what's happening with Destro, but I won't get too deep into that. Because the nigga fucked his hand up. I'm sure he's going to decay his ass, but...
Yeah.
So he's going to get past that.
For a villain? Yeah, that's about as lit of a quirk that you could ask for.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think, especially with these like last chapters, homie, he's strong. He's strong. He's mobile. Right? He's always been pretty quick. And I won't say he got heavy strats, but I don't know. I think he could hold his own in a decent battle. But yeah, I think he could box with the higher ups and that. Well, I don't know how you want to define higher ups, but I would consider him like definitely a hardcore worthy adversary to anybody who goes up against him.
Nah, fam.
Straight up.
All for one dropping him, but are you talking about like within his power level type thing, like Deku and them, or are you talking about the world?
I'm trying to give
you gotta remember in the world, these heroes
even in the decent heroes.
These heroes are trash.
Actually,
I think Endeavor's dropping them.
Endeavor.
Okay.
Endeavor's number 2.
Hawks
dropped.
dropped.
I think
number 3.
I think right now,
the top 5 niggas, bro.
right now he moves us to the top 10. Because like Deku can't beat anybody in the top 10.
Large Hero Watch is getting washed.
I I don't know, bro.
Why is getting put in the spin cycle, bro? Stop playing.
That's all I gotta say. He may not have hands, but he gonna have something just like Gang Orca. Ain't have hands like that, but he got clock. Like he got slide. He came through jumping. So Wash got something. He got Tide Pods, nigga. He got something.
Decay the chapter.
Oh yeah, when you decay these, they explode.
What'd you say, Gramps?
He got a half-life on it.
So you see the bunny chick beating Tomura?
Oh, bunny chick with the thick legs? Yeah, I think she's fast enough to get around the decay. The chick who came up at the very end after Endeavor got dropped, she was like in the new ranking. She's this black chick with thick legs, but she's like a bunny. Oh, she got bunny ears and everything. Yeah, she entered in it.
Yeah, she like 7 or something.
Yeah, she's not very high.
If she top 10, she probably could.
I think she probably got speed. I think that's what they're going to use on her. And I don't think Tomura's as fast as the average man that works out a little bit. So, I don't think he's gotten much faster than that.
Definitely fast. He was out moving all them regular people.
So that's what I'm saying. Faster than the average man. Because you know all the niggas in Redemption Squad was regular. Besides Dobby clone. Dobby Ice clone. So, I don't know. But
if you've been less than that long against Machina, your ass got to be faster.
You decent.
I mean, his speed has come up.
He at least Gramps.
Wait, what?
He at least at Gramps.
Wow. Gramps is a fast nigga.
Y'all trying to tell me right now, Gramps can't handle Gigato Machina for 1 month. Stop it.
For 1 month.
Oh, you saying you can take him Gramps for 1 month? Huh?
Y'all trying to bring back that Kimbo fight? I'll argue about it.
Hey, for $100,000.
Which fight
You gotta bump that shit up, bro.
I ain't know you can't bump it up for me. I'm good, fam.
As soon as this nigga start sleeping, and you try to run up on it. Yeah, bro. Alright, how would you rate this quirk, Gramps? Lit or trash?
Just a quirk, right?
Yeah, just quirk right now.
Lit.
I would say it's potentially lit because I feel like he can potentially level himself up to the point where he can just destroy the whole world just by touching the ground.
It'd be a hard
he
level
could technically take out your whole city.
Type shit.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Like my nigga took out a building in like seconds.
No, for real, that was crazy. That was huge. But no, I definitely get that power lit too.
But I felt like that he wasn't able to do before.
Yeah, he got.
I do feel like that came at that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it is a part of his thing. Now,
That's his powers now. And don't forget, he's sleepy and tired, so he's not at his max.
I hate that shit. I think he said that shit.
Arguable.
I feel like yes, that's true.
He was fighting Gigato Machina for a month with 3 hours.
I feel like yes, that's true. But in the context of this situation, I think all of that stuff that's happened has come out because of this.
So then you also got.
So now after this, yes, what you're saying is true. But I'm saying before this, that was not true.
During this very fight, he has not slept for 24 hours.
I'm saying before this, Tomura at his max was not touching a building.
What we talking about before?
But I'm just saying, like, you just added that season and like he been this. I'm trying to say he ain't been
Why you worried about what he
just became this? That's different.
You a hater, bro.
I gotta add that context. He just became this. That's all I'm saying.
Too lit to quit.
That's like saying that shit about Deku when he was breaking his hands off. Remember, he's not at his max.
No, he's not.
He's at his max right. He was flicking niggas when he wasn't at his max.
My nigga Tomura going hard, and he hasn't slept for 24 hours.
Yes,
his nigga raw. Bro.
I'm putting all the respect I can on those things. I'm just saying it wasn't like that before.
It's not before.
He's talking in the present.
Yeah,
we in the present.
But he's saying that like we've seen this shit before. We all just saw this.
Yeah.
We all know he just did this.
He's up there.
Anyways, next. You really get quirk too?
I go to decent as hell. I guess for this quirk.
Okay.
I mean, it's good because in My Hero, they can evolve their quirk instead of it being the same as it always like. For their entire life.
Yeah.
If he had to stick with the touching thing for the entire time, it probably wouldn't be as good. Well, I feel like any nigga with a distance
think about this, bro.
What?
What if he was able to be on some Maneda type shit? You know, when Maneda throws his balls at anything, that object automatically becomes stuck to it. What if he was able to throw some shit and right before he lets it go, it starts to decay. So as soon as it makes contact with whatever it's hitting, that object also starts to decay.
But then that's still what I'm saying. With heroes, they can expound on their powers instead of him just being the same thing that he has to physically touch you. If that was the case, I think that would be terrible quirk for a main villain, in my opinion.
What? Yeah, if you don't got speed, that's like...
Yeah,
like
he would have no chance against
Deku.
He shoots a gun and the bullet starts to decay. As soon as the bullet starts to...
Bro, we're agreeing. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that he can't change his quirk. That's what I'm saying why it's good.
I think it's OP because...
Wouldn't that make it a better quirk?
And what?
I don't...
If he was able to go that route eventually, where he doesn't even have to touch you, all he has to do is...
Yeah, I mean, if he could turn the shit off, yeah. If you can't turn that shit off, fuck no. The world's over with, bro. Like, they definitely sniping that nigga or something. Well, I guess they can't snipe him, but like, someone's finding a way to kill that nigga somehow. Can you decay fire?
You gonna hit him with that?
And then...
Shoot this nigga.
Can you press one pick?
Damn.
The charger's in there. You just grab it out.
Fact of the matter is, he still has a power
It's
that's
like a
pretty
box
much a
rectangle.
one-hit
Yeah,
one if
you
he
got it.
touches somebody. So, I mean, that alone makes it pretty OP to me. So,
Yeah. Can I plug this into
yeah.
Yeah, fuck around might not be. Go ahead. No, that one don't work.
it? Oh, okay. Alright, so next trait I would say would be like, I don't know how to put this into a bucket word, but I would go like, I want to say attitude, but it's not really attitude. It's like those things outside of his...
The intangibles.
Yeah, let's go there. And backstory is a separate thing. But yeah, let's go there. His overall attitude, personality, character traits. How would y'all rate that? I'm gonna give it trash.
Yeah, I agree. Terrible.
I think he's like kind of I get that he's had a sad backstory, but he kind of acts like a spoiled brat, and I feel like, and this might play a little bit into some of the reasons for villainy. I felt like he's taken like giant steps when he's barely like learned how to walk, like with a lot of his plans and strats. I don't know when that's gonna get better, but I think I would like him more if that got better.
The way I feel like is that he's supposed to be like Deku's foil,
Yeah,
where like you see him grow and you see Deku grow.
yeah, I get that.
But my issue is Deku's conviction don't change. He want to be the number one hero. He wants like his conviction the same, just like you expect of a hero, an anime shonen. This nigga be like, I want to do this. No, I want to do that. Then this and this. I'm like,
That's
I
not
need this
Deku's
nigga to
foil,
pick
though?
a fucking conviction, stick to that, and be like, this is why I'm a villain. This is why I do evil shit. Because right now, the way they poison it, this nigga don't know why he want to be evil. So when he run into talk no jutsu, he gonna fold like a fucking pancake. Like niggas that are like, bro,
shit.
I've been on this shit for 40 years. They get talked down. That nigga talked down a god. Like, talk no jutsu gonna hit that nigga like a ton of bricks. Bro, why is he doing this, bro? Why is he gonna be like,
Have you
well,
heard
shit, I had about 5 other reasons why I was doing it.
Yeah.
Then boom, he their best friend.
Tomura, have you ever tried counseling before? What?
Yeah, damn, that kind of stuff. Ain't nobody ever sat and talked to me. They just told me to start killing shit.
Yeah, right. Whoa. Oh, wait, you told me to live life without killing niggas?
What?
But my quirk. You don't have to use
That
it.
nigga was like, but I've been living hungry. Hey, All Might, can you get these niggas some money? So, money? I don't gotta eat.
No, I pay all my money all the time.
He go a credit card with special finger holes.
Wow.
Like right now, all of Tomura's issues could be fixed with money and a pep talk. Like he hasn't said shit that was like, "Oh, I killed my parents."
And a little bit of therapy.
Well, that one's
a little bit of therapy.
Money.
Just a couple of sessions. Just a couple of sessions.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
And try not to decay your and special gloves.
Yeah.
So you just don't decay everything. That's
Yeah.
it. But we know we got that tech out there. We definitely can build them
Yeah,
gloves.
niggas on Apple phones. Fuck you mean? So Apple.
Or cut the niggas' thumbs off. One of the two.
Actually, it's pretty easy. All you gotta do is literally make gloves that, like, 1 or 2 fingers are made from a different substance. It's like, oh, it's not touching the same thing. He's safe.
No, yeah, true.
I'm like, bro, this nigga Tomura do not got a valid reason to be trying to destroy the world. What?
I don't think any of them do inside.
It's because his daddy.
But
did
as
it.
long as they can rationalize it, that's what make a good villain. When you like look with this nigga, like Thanos, like, hey, bro,
Yeah, you don't have a
my shit went down.
ain't wrong.
I'm trying to save everybody. Y'all think I'm the villain? I'm trying to save y'all dumbass. I got hero's conviction. You can't talk me out of this. Snap. This nigga gonna be like, I kind of hate All Might.
Yeah. As we get into this villain thing, I'm gonna save that mine for that part. Y'all,
Next,
on his character, what'd you say, intangibles? I like that. His intangibles.
Basically, same thing he says.
Trash.
I don't get why. Like I don't understand it. Like
It's
even his backstory. I don't know if he fully got it. I think they told him he just killed his family and that was about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
he
what we
pretty
were
much
starting
just
to
accepted
Yeah, but
that.
like even then, I don't get why he decided to go evil because he killed your family. What?
And Batman
he
did.
got brainwashed.
He got
They killed Batman's family.
and niggas just watched them. Basically, people watched them on the ground. Was like, oh, a hero get to him, and nobody came to him but All Might.
And to be honest, you don't even know if he killed his family.
Yeah, so basically he was told he killed his family.
You don't even
he was
remember that
told.
shit.
He
So
was
like,
told.
Batman saw that nigga. His
Oh,
family
yeah,
died,
that shit's
bro.
definitely coming back then. Cause that means All for One. Is that the evil?
Yeah.
version?
Yeah.
He definitely killed his family and he didn't do shit.
100%. He probably gave that nigga that court.
Yeah. Like, so it's,
He
I
goes to
don't fully
jail.
understand how why he's evil.
That would make him Deku 402. Oh, he was quirkless. I gave this nigga this quirk. And he was young enough for it to be the time where your quirk arrived. These hands did it.
So yeah, he, like, as a character, like attitude, personality, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
He's a spoiled rich kid to
You
me.
know what?
Yeah,
He would work out better as you right. He's such a boy rich kid. If he was one of them evil villains that didn't say shit, he just tell niggas what to do. Tomura, why you doing this? He just look at you until you be like, all right, man. All right.
For one ripped his mouth out when he was younger.
You see that crust,
That
around his lips? He accidentally eroded his own throat, bro. Damn. He don't talk no more. He
No,
just,
actually,
Yeah, tell me.
so lit.
Crazy.
That nigga 10 times better.
way better. That nigga don't talk. Because the reason we flame this nigga is not because he take L's. We will put respect on niggas that take L's. We flame this nigga because he sound like a little bitch while he taking L's.
Yeah.
Bro, if I was his PR, I'd be like, bro, just don't talk no more.
That's what they gotta do. They really
Take
gotta
your shit away.
Because when you came
Oh,
through, on the JSA arc, nigga, you look hard.
Yeah.
Then you start talking to All Might like a little bitch. And I was like, fuck this nigga.
I'm so young, but wait, everyone's feeling. Nobody wants to Nobody catching these tricks. I got you, man.
Then All Might ran up on that bitch ass.
Wow.
That's funny as hell. Like you see that cat? You remember that cat video where he just spills the cup? It's like Tomura just spills the cup, and then when you try to run up on it,
Man, bitch ass.
Graham's Jugguh. What would you guys give him?
No,
I make a
it's,
complete agreement with Player 5 and Deuce.
yeah. It's like he's down for chaos, and I can understand that as like a good,
Chaos.
That's pretty much. It's just like trying to murk people, just create chaos. The problem is like y'all been mentioning, there's still not a good reason why he wants that.
Way
chaos.
better anarchists out there. Joker.
So,
Yeah.
Way
Professor
better
Chaos.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Professor Chaos is a better villain.
wait, what?
Here's the thing. If he was born that way, I can see what everything that he's doing making a lot more sense. But he just simply, like the backstory doesn't match with what he does right now.
Yeah, he was brainwashed.
Alright.
Yeah, brainwashing can be undone easily.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. It still doesn't match with the shit that he does, because it seems like he's just trying to go around just trying to cause as much havoc as possible, like some random ass little high school kid that just wants to, go around saying "fuck the world." I'm going to destroy everything around me.
It's a little goth, emo kid.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, no, it's weak. Though I do think maybe it's getting slowly better. Just with this arc specifically, since like with the whole come-ups and such. I'm hoping after he beats Redestro that he gets like a more what's the word? Like he gets kind
Confidence.
Can't think of the word.
Character development?
Well, that too. Well, yeah. That's what I mean. Like, in summary, yes. That's pretty much like more character development. But it's like to get a more. You know what? Actually, other word like this. Like, he gets a stronger path of how he's going to create the chaos. Which, though it wouldn't help out his foundation of why he does it, at least he's like more of a strategic master villain. That could be like, he's looking like a big daddy boss villain now. That's what's up. So
here's a question. Here's a random question I have. What does he exactly do or say that gives us any kind of clue that All For One actually raised this nigga to be anywhere similar to how he was as a leader, as somebody who's low-key running a gang for the last however many years?
I don't think All For One gave him any. I feel like he did a bunch of shit, and All For One was like, yeah, you good. Like, I don't think he gave him guidance at all. I felt like he was like, oh, you know, I just killed some ants outside, and All For One was like, that's nice. Still plotting on this nigga All Might right now. And I felt like that's where it sucks, because now he's like, well,
I just think
he's a pawn in All For One scheme, so I feel like All For One didn't need to like train him, so to speak. He was just like, I got this piece. Like, this is my like, do what the fuck you want piece. Like, at the end of the day, I'm just waiting for that reveal where I'm like, hey, I got your master's like grandkid. Like, that's me.
I think
so.
This is the only reason Tomura Shigaraki was chosen, like you said, is because you got his master's grandkid. And with the obvious Star Wars references, Deku is Luke. He's gonna be like, one for all, you my father. 100%. 100%.
You think so? What a out-of-pocket theory.
It's not out of pocket. I think a lot of people believe it. So, like,
All For One is Deku's father.
They do so many, like, Star Wars
Let's
drops.
pause before you get deep into it. A nigga with no face was hyping the shit out of Deku's mom.
So, come on. All the quirks he got.
And she don't remember. Oh, I don't know where the fuck that nigga is.
All the quirks.
I'm out.
wow.
I'm just saying, I was thinking of the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, it's not like
Did he?
Yeah, he had a face up until
he
All
probably
Might.
had a face a chameleon
Up
quirk.
until All
I'll give
Might
it to him.
built his shit.
He probably had a chameleon quirk. I'll give it to him. Fine.
And he had a face up until a couple years ago. Moral of the story, look.
Hey, bro, I lost my face a few years ago.
Yeah, well, All Might
Just
took
thinking
my
about
shit.
that shit sounds fucked up. Yeah, I used to have a face. I lost that shit.
We haven't
about 2
seen
years
Deku's
ago.
dad. That don't make any sense. Right? Deku's dad, like, why is Deku, of all people, having this reaction to All For One, if not that he has the blood of the person who created the quirk? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is Deku having this weird reaction? If it's all just random, then I'm going to be like, well, that's fucking random.
I mean, I'm
What
mad
can you
because your
say?
theory are usually right, but it's sad. Cause
It makes sense.
the ending of the
some
story.
more connection. You know, like, it just,
Yeah.
like, the story would be a complete circle if it does.
And then the last part about it is, like, there's literally so many Star Wars references. Like, the beach they trained at was called Dagobah.
Oh.
You know, which is the same place Luke trained at from Yoda. You know, like they do a lot of Star Wars references. It's 100% I'm your father.
That's goofy. And then, but I mean, that makes him more of a Tomura foil because, like, Tomura's tied to a hero and he's tied to a villain. They
So
did
it's-
opposite.
They swapped it up.
Growth paths. Yeah, that's fucked up.
And I see more his daddy being the first wielder of One For All.
But that would make him older than All Might.
he does.
All Might like 50 something.
Yeah, that would be way too old.
That ain't be. Yeah.
But I mean,
Wow.
the first
Deku
user, the first user of One For All though was effing All For One's brother.
Yeah,
So-
and All For One is like 200 something years old.
Exactly.
He got hella quirks, bro.
Yeah. His mom would be nasty as fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, you freaked the old nigga piping your shit. Nasty ass.
He's a raped ass.
Stop.
Damn, that'd be
He's
too
a
dark.
hero.
That'd be dark.
This is Shonen Jump.
No, he's not a hero.
Oh, you're talking about All For One, right?
Yeah.
There. Oh, I thought you were saying the original dude, right? I was like, come on, he's good, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, nah, he send her money, make sure they stay fed. But he a businessman. That's normal in Japan for it to be like, oh, my husband works overseas and just sends back money. That's regular. Hey,
Thousands of dollars in cash.
yeah, he sent
And
he
unmarked
sent
bills.
cash. Some
No, you
nigga
don't
named
even-
Squeezy come
exactly.
bring it by.
The nigga with a suitcase drops that shit off. It's probably the portal nigga. He
just stick his hand
house
in
one
it.
day. He's like,
Here you go, man.
I remember you. This nigga used to pop up in my house all the time.
He was piping my mom too.
Wow.
Well, shit, once all
That's my
was
little
too.
brother, but you know he was invisible. When he
I
was
guarantee the next couple arcs, the next time we see Deku mom, she gonna be complaining about money. She gonna be like, yeah, I'm kind of broke, Deku, because your daddy in jail now.
I just thought about that. That'd be fucked up. What if you had a kid that had the portal quirk, and then you just like, as soon as he was born, he just dropped himself into another dimension because he didn't know how to use his shit.
That
He was
definitely happened.
gone for years.
That's definitely happened.
That's
I
crazy.
can see it.
Or don't you know how
fucked
sometimes
up.
babies like kick and shit? Like imagine that, like you have a baby and then he in your stomach, about to be born. You about to get laid. Whoo, whoo, whoo. The baby's not there, man. You don't know where he at. You know how hot that is.
He popped on somebody else's doorstep. Huh?
Some babies are.
Some babies are
Like the
Yeah.
first quirk user was born just glowing. So that person was born with a quirk. Some people were born with a quirk instantly, some not. The main character in Vigilante was born like flying, and as a baby, he would like float around. So his mom beat him until he stopped doing that. And he forgot he had that quirk.
No, he's like,
Now he's sliding
yeah,
around, but he
gliding.
used to be able to grab onto air and float.
so he can still do what he just don't know.
Yeah, he had
Well, now
beat
he
at
knows.
him since he was a kid.
Oh, so he got a power soon.
Hey,
He
no,
already did
he
that.
did.
He did that.
Oh,
Yeah, now it's not his quirk, not just slide and glide now.
Sliding
he's gliding in the air.
And you think he's sliding, though?
That's him, bro. That's him.
That'd
Thick
be
chin
crazy.
ass boy. That's
That'd
him.
be fucking crazy. All
Evil.
right, last part, villainy, man. How would y'all rate it?
Is this related to?
I think we leaned over into it
Yeah.
with the attitude, but technically it should have been
Villainy, I gotta get him a 8 out of 10 minus for villainy, and here's my reason. Most of it is upside. You know, the same thing when you're looking at like a potential sports prospect. His ability to where he can go, pretty high. His connection, like we thinking like the things that factor into being a villain, he connected up the wazoo. He know the nigga that make no moves. He know the biggest nigga in the streets. He got big homie on deck, bro. He done wiped out. This about to be his second Colt he done wiped out. He connected in the streets. He solidified. Niggas know his name. They got clout. They broke his fuck, so that's why I take him down a little bit for him. You know, they broke his fuck. Yeah, speak on my nigga some word ain't right, bro. And then the last thing that I give him the bonus to is his acts, bro. Nigga, All Might had the streets on lock, nigga, for years. He the first nigga that came out, stepped to All Might. That's respect, bro. That nigga Chisaki even said, nope, I ain't going out, All Might out there. Ain't doing it. It took for that nigga to step out on All Might for everybody to get back into this villain
You
shit.
could account that for stupidity, though, too.
Hey, that's why he's still young, bro. That's why I say his upside high. He did it stupid, but he had the nuts to step out on All Might. That's like how Deku ran out on that sludge beast with no powers. This nigga ran out on All Might as a bitch. We know he a bitch, and he ran up on All Might himself.
As a bitch.
I would say I give you the point on the upside. He's going to get better, but here's my rating. I would say I have to, looking at the facts, give him he's a good villain. Mm-hmm. But I think realistically, if I put him against any other villain that I know, he's trash. Why I give him that he has to be good is because he basically has the shonen main character plot armor for villainy. Mm-hmm. He has to win all these battles because he's Deku's endgame villain. But it's the same thing with Naruto. Naruto is only OP because of Nine-Tailed Fox, in my opinion.
True.
My opinion,
It's
whether
true.
it's true or not true, whatever. But in my opinion, he's there. But I still have to give Naruto the respect on being lit because he still did them things.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I know he's going to be up there, so I'm forced to give him that. But in all honesty, if we take him out of the plot armor that he has to be the greatest villain and put him against a Joker or any other of these villains I know in the world, team for team, he'd get dropped. He would get outstratted. I don't think he has any stretch whatsoever. I think he just goes
his
I'm
strats
gonna
are
run.
zero.
Yeah, I'm gonna run straight into this, and it works. And it works in his series, but the same thing with Daenerys too.
Wow.
In fucking Game of Thrones, it's
He literally
outside the
is
series, you will
a
get dropped.
shonen main character of villainy.
Yeah.
Fuck strats.
That's it. He just runs.
This
straight
nigga came
into it,
in
it
and tried
works.
to kill All Might with some thugs in a monster.
He went against 100. He
Literally.
went against 110,000 niggas sleep deprived.
It was
and
like,
he
I'll
just
go
luckily
box.
got on to come up with it. But in real life, like, come on, no,
Yeah,
there's no way that's actually working.
Yeah, he got that thing.
Yeah, there's no
really
way that's working. I don't care how trash them niggas are. It's still 110, bro. You sleepy, nigga. Like, they will catch you. Like, what? And Spinner's not even a real character, man.
Hey, bro, my nigga got a power up, bro. He can walk on walls now.
Get the fuck
Who that?
out of
Lizard
here.
nigga?
Like I said in the chapter reaction, Spinner is told from the Brotherhood of Evil. He's told, like, you see Tony go like, but he always gets dropped for. He's the first nigga when they all run up as a group. The big fat dude that's invincible, he be lasting for a while. Fire nigga who can't even create his own fire be lasting for a while. Toad, he like lick, they grab that nigga tongue, drop him, it's over with. He's done. He's out. Next.
But they keep him there because that nigga, he down for the cause.
Yeah, exactly. He's just, I'm here. That's Spinner. I'm here. Like, I can stick to walls, but I will be the first one dropped in any fight.
There's one shitty nigga that, like, who ain't got no powers or nothing. He can take him out. You know?
Yeah.
Bro,
That's what I'm saying. Tony is like, oh, regular human? Nah, got you. It's done. It's a wrap.
He the Leorio in a squad, bro. Why is this nigga with these niggas, bro?
Stop. Leorio just understood from day one, I need this money so I can pay for med school.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get here and I'm going to do something that is actually going to pay me off. I don't have no goals or motivations like these other niggas. I just want to help people save lives.
He definitely ain't got the hands to keep up with them niggas.
Right, but he gonna be around. Did you see him in York? Did you see him in York? Or York?
Yeah, he did.
Where was he at?
He was on the phone.
Exactly. Chill, bro.
Oh, he was in York. He just wasn't boxing.
Exactly.
He was there.
He wasn't there.
He was in York New. He was there the whole time. He just ain't starting with nobody. What you mean? He been new.
He didn't do nothing.
He never even had a fight.
No, he didn't have a fight.
He boxed Ging.
Oh, wow. Get the fuck out of here. Man.
Well, yeah, y'all.
I'm giving like a 5.75 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I see this kid as just a target upon for effing all for one. Period. Because he would not be anything significant if he didn't have the clout of All For One helping him out. Like, all his connects, all of why he's important is because he's connected to All For One. Granted, again, you can say low-key the same thing for Deku, because of All Might. He gave him, one for all. But, I mean, I'm still going to say for both of them. I don't think he's a good villain because he's not a good leader. He's not a good leader, and he doesn't have the boss strats that a main villain should have in an anime/manga.
Yeah.
He just don't got it.
To me, it depends how we define villainy, I guess. It's hard for me to just say he's a good or a bad villain.
Here's what I see. If at the end of the show, and you look at Boku no Hero, are you going to see Tomura as, like, in your list of great villains? Will he be there?
I feel like out of all, like,
the ones you know,
of your history,
that would be a lit
of your
villain.
manga and anime villains.
He won't be close at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in terms of Boku no Hero, I think he would be good in Boku no Hero terms, maybe.
I mean, he has to, because that's why I say he has to, because of the plot armor.
But terms he'll be fine. And even what did you just say about the strats thing? I think it's kind of what he said as a foil of Deku. Deku's a strat guy, and so I think that he's the opposite of Deku almost. So he just be fighting. He don't think about what he's doing. Deku's the one that tries to think and outsmart you.
That's gonna be the funniest fight ever. Because Deku's gonna be like, man, I'm really trying to understand. This is making the stupidest fucking
that's
decision.
exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna be trying to calculate some shit, but then it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Like so.
Oh no, Tomura would definitely stay in the base right now. This nigga.
He on the front line.
The fuck?
Oh, there's no way he would try to fight 110,000.
Getting dropped.
We obviously seen that he does.
All right.
In the end, he will be good in Boku no Hero terms. So I'd say a 6 overall, so decent.
Okay.
Decent.
Actually, I mean, like, we've kind of already talked about it, but I'm putting out that theory that technically the main villain is still and always will be All For One. He just being low key because he in jail, and that's still part of his plan. Gonna have Tomura do some ish. He gonna break out of prison somehow, and then just like low key, actually, yeah. He's pretty much like treating this kid as Sasuke. Just like, you know, you do what you want, Sasuke. I'm still Loki in your body, even though you think you beat me.
Tomura
And
gives
then
me
gonna
them
do
Yeah, but
something.
you thought that was Sasuke stabbed his ass up. Oh, Itachi.
No, Itachi.
Tomura gives me them Kabuto vibes.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
he would never cross all for one type
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Graham, yours?
Actually, I think he been turning good towards the end.
I can
I
see
think,
that.
I think, oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna give him a decent trash. So, real shit.
So it stinks a little bit.
I'll say the things that give him a bit of a plus. One, he's evil. He's definitely evil, and you can see that from the end of what was the name of it? No, real shit.
Like, I get it, but like,
Oh, he's evil. There's
bro, Billy. Why is that not automatic for a villain, bro?
No, because
That's not like he said. Thanos is
evil,
technically
and
evil.
somebody can be evil as fuck.
Yeah.
This is something that gives him a plus as a villain. This is something that makes him definitely a better villain on this aspect.
Okay.
And you can definitely see that with the end of the previous arc. What the fuck is the name of the guy that was that definitely fought when he had his back?
I'm sorry, I just gotta say this. Like, that to me was like saying, like, how would you rate that peanut butter and jelly sandwich? It had peanut butter on it.
He mad.
I just can't, bro. I can't. I feel you, though. I feel we gotta give him some points, but I just don't know, man. Anyway, sorry, my bad. Go ahead. No, I feel.
Because you have some villains who, yeah, I'm evil or whatever, but they're not really doing big shit or whatever. They're not really out here murdering motherfuckers out here on the streets or whatever.
That's true.
They're just out here trying to show off the idea of being an evil character or whatever.
Okay.
But he's
Yeah.
actually going out here and killing motherfuckers out here. I'm trying to think of the villain's name.
Hey,
When
who?
Deku falls at the end of the arc where he was
Stain?
on every backpack.
Wait, who?
Overall.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, overall was a businessman.
yeah.
He basically ran up on them niggas and said, I'm just gonna fucking kill you and all of whatever you have left at the end of this. Y'all weak as hell, so I'm just gonna wipe y'all out right here and now. I was like, okay, that's definitely some top of the line evil shit. I give you points on that aspect of how evil you are as a character.
Okay.
Second of all, yes, he has a lot of potential to basically because of plot armor. He's basically going to become the main villain against Deku or whatever. He's going to be essentially running well, I'll just say at the top of the villains at the end of the arc, just because of that plot armor. So I'll give him that. He has potential. But his motivation, he loses points for his motivation. The backstory, that shit doesn't match with how he is as a person. Second, how well is he at motivating people as a villain? So I think of top villains as, somebody, like, let's say, for example, what's his name, Giovanni from Pokemon? Being able to be an effective leader, being able to recruit people in large masses. He doesn't have that with him. So I would say that probably the most motivating villain that we've seen so far, outside of the All For One, would probably be Stain, because he actually got people out of the fucking darkness and said, all right, I like your ideals. I'm going to go ahead and do some villain shit because I like what you have to say.
Right.
So that's what I see as a much better villain, for example, as better than Tomura.
Yeah.
And then
Stain just didn't have the power.
And then I had a third point, but I can't recall it right now. Strats. Strats as a villain is definitely another major thing for me. I want to see somebody who's able to actually run shit from the background, for example, and not have everybody at your fucking back door talking about, oh yeah, it's his ass. Anybody can easily say, oh yeah, this is the main motherfucker right here, and just start to run up on him. I want to see somebody who's effectively able to run some shit and have folks not know who the hell is the leader of this whole gang.
Right.
So that I don't see him as a good villain in this story.
And well, there you go.
Okay, cool. So overall, we got the first thing was lit. We gave him a lit on power. We gave him seemed like it was generally a trash on attitude or the intangibles. And this last one is a little bit of a mixed bag, but I would say he pretty much got a meh when it comes to villain.
Yeah.
He's not super
what is that
great.
overall?
Yeah, I don't know what that averages to.
Oh man, overall, I guess.
I think so. I was thinking decent man, yeah. So yeah, Tomura Shigaraki,
Man character.
a full man in the trasher lit.
Yeah,
we just that was trash. It's still, we still stick with the trasher lit name though, because mad doesn't sound as good.
Yeah.
Trash lit or mad, like nah.
Trash lit or
man.
He slit.
He or.
Huh?
Oh, you want to use the rating system on him?
That's decent.
Yeah,
Minus.
overall,
If he
I
like-
guess you could say that
Pretty
might
much.
be decent minus maybe.
Yeah.
Obviously, so yeah, I could feel a strong decent minus on
Decent
Tomura.
minus.
Decent man.
Alright, well that's it. Do you guys want to do MVP or Goofies, or do we want to just use that in chapter reviews?
We can do MVP.
Yeah, I
Alright.
would do MVPs and Goofies. Let me think real quick.
Alright, let's do Goofies first. And this would be over the month, so
Yeah.
y'all remember shit that happened in the month.
Shit.
That was Goofy.
Goofy of the year. Or my bad, not the year. Right? The
I'm
month.
about to be like, really?
Yeah, Goofy of the
You
month.
gonna try and redirect like that?
I gotta give it to what's his nigga? Kurapika.
What?
He
had
wrong.
a
Just hype
problem,
the
yeah.
nigga up.
No, he lit. It's just like I just be wanting this nigga to do stuff, and he just like niggas like, yo, bro, we about to go into this legendary video game. He like, nah, I'm about to go work for this rich nigga. Like, but the rich nigga ain't even. It's a.
Because he can't do much. Because he can only fight these two.
But he still would have been better than some regular niggas. Overall, I'm just like, I'm pissed with him right now. He may turn up. Y'all may know the turn up. It was just like, yay! Oh, you gonna be a buster?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't say it like that. I was thinking like, oh man, so much hype, but then he literally didn't do nothing, so he just stayed there and couldn't really.
you
do
don't get
nothing.
to keep your hype forever. It's 2019. If you ain't keeping it going, shit, you down.
Man, you sleep.
I would give mine to, I'm going to the MCU, man, Jessica Jones.
Yeet. I ain't even
Really?
watched that shit.
I started watching that new season. I just think it's funny. I'm giving it to Jessica Jones, for sure, her, the character. Because, I mean, like, 3 seasons in for the last season, she's still the same character, man. Like, you have not evolved. You're still alcoholic, fucking motherfuckers. And then I just felt like the villain in this season is just funny as hell.
So he's funny?
I think it's funny because it's just I didn't finish the entire season. Yeah, it's a regular nigga. Like, so you're telling me it took you 3 seasons to get a regular nigga that like had her shook, bro? He was just using the system against her. Like, this is the first time you've ever experienced this, Jessica?
You got a little
Trash.
chemistry degree or something?
He walked in. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna tell people that you beat me up." I'm like, Jessica, this is the first time you've ran into the experience of someone said, "You're a superhero. I'm going to threaten," even though you didn't. I'm just gonna say that you beat me up and sue you.
The whole premise of looking out.
Yeah, it's like you're a fucking private investigator. Like, niggas, like, you don't know the law. So yeah, she's full goofy for that, bro.
What's the deal?
Goofy.
Oh,
I'm gonna give it to Queen for thinking that she could fight this.
What?
Yeah, I was about to give it to him too.
Queen?
Yeah, nigga.
Damn, I didn't think the gap was that big.
I wouldn't. Okay, you know, no, I gotta respect the opinion.
Did you see how he looked?
I'm not gonna go in depth because you know One Piece discussions. We'll be here all fucking day.
So I
So
think,
we can save it for the next podcast or some shit like that. That gap is crazy.
Goofy.
Actually, low key. Wow, I'm actually gonna do this. I never thought I would. I gotta give it to Merlin from FN 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh,
For the simple fact that Homegirl has had Bond's sacred treasure this entire time. Think about that real quick. Think about that real
Where the
quick.
fuck his treasure went?
I mean, like, Bond, I mean, that pretty much just puts so much respect on Bond's name that he was able to do so much work without it. But the point is, Merlin had it since the jump. How is she just now giving it to him now?
Because she's on that. And she been on that with that nigga, bro.
That's redundant.
All right, MVP of the week.
MVP, though.
Who would I give it to?
Damn, the most.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I gotta start like taking notes down.
Hisoka.
That's
The
fine.
MVP of my week.
I can understand that.
I don't want to take it from him, so I'm gonna say, because I was gonna say twice, but I'm gonna say, I think like
What?
of this entire month, if we look at it, like That nigga been putting in work.
I mean, that's every chapter for you, though.
I mean, yeah, but it's been a while. You know, it's been a while since
every chapter
seen
he's in
him.
it. You said that. He don't be in every chapter.
So yeah, Yuno's really been. I'm just saying, as a rival in general, he's in my top 5 of shonen rivals. I actually enjoy their relationship. It's not like a nuisance for me like Deku or Bakugo or Naruto and Sasuke, where they're iconic, but they're also like not that great. Yeah, exactly. It's like a legit rivalry. It's like, I'm not trying to kill you or anything like that, but like I want you to be better and you want me to be better, and we both are striving for the same thing. Like it's friendly competition, which it just shows that you don't necessarily have to like create that weird hating tension in these like annoying arcs to have good rivals. So yeah, take that. Take that.
I'm gonna give it to Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been playing that as of lately.
Dang, did it come out free on the PS4 or something, or you just copped it? Like,
no, I just copped it.
Okay.
It's been a pretty good game with whatever times I'm able to get into it. Realistic as fuck, looks good as fuck. The missions are decent and not, repetitive and so forth.
Damn, girls say that about me all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
The graphics are decent. It's not repetitive.
Bro, what
The missions are good.
if
Hey,
women
bro.
really did rape niggas like that? Oh no, that's trash. You just flipped that one.
That was a skip.
Try and return their boyfriend to fucking GameStop. $3.95. I bought this nigga for $60.
Y'all told me it was gonna be great.
No.
Everybody been playing this nigga online, bro. It's not even lit.
That's what we're doing. Fuck.
Well, I give mine to Demon Slayer. I think it's decent.
Dang, you been reading the manga or watching the show?
His nigga
No,
read.
the anime. Oh, you read?
Yeah.
You old broke.
Well, don't try.
Hey, leave your iPhone here, bro.
My iPhone cracked. That's
Matter of
why.
fact, bro, you can't have these back, bro.
They broke.
How they broke, bro?
Did you just look for him today? Did you just look for him today?
No, they was there the whole time.
See, I felt like he was like in my head every time he was asking, like when you asked this week, I was like, this nigga's not finna look for him because he coming on Sunday. He gonna look for him Sunday, bro. He was like, nah, I'll check.
He just sat there like, oh, there they are.
All that.
Fuck.
Hey,
What you got, Jugguh? Who you got, man?
Fuck. The key's the month because I've been giving it to
give it
twice.
to
Like
twice.
the past. I mean, low key though is the logical answer.
I'm
It's
saying.
like
He did something again?
no. The point is that he said MVP of the month though.
Oh,
So technically, yeah, it was twice. You know, F it. I'm just gonna keep it at that.
You
man.
put in that work, bro.
It'll be the last time, more than likely. For now, maybe like after like another few months or something. But for this past month, twice put in work. Became a legitimate MVP of a squad.
Can I
Davi
just
and
throw
Twice
this
are
little
keeping the
bit out
team
here?
together.
That I think gonna happen with Twice. I think Twice gonna get the nerf, bro. I think he only turned up so that he can go here. But I think that at the end, he not gonna remember who the real one at the end. I think he gonna go back to like,
That
holy
would be
shit,
full
which one of us is real?
Petty.
Does it matter if you remember that?
Yeah, because that's what was holding him back. He never knew if he was
The
the
real,
real
or
one.
not.
But once he was like, oh shit, I'm the real one, he like mentally
Is his arm
unlocked.
still broken?
But you just got to go through the fear now. I mean, like one of the biggest
They
things
kill each
too.
other, like,
His arms are still broken. No one
Oh,
healed
yeah.
that shit. So
That's
that's
true.
how you gonna know.
Oh yeah, that
they
makes
kill each
sense.
other.
Huh?
No, the one with the broken arms, he right.
Yep.
But no.
Can't you just kill each other and the one that actually...
That's
Well,
what.
they
That's
were
how he
dead,
went
that's
crazy
what
the
happened.
first time.
Because they started
That's
killing
what
each
happened
other.
the first time.
And
And
he
he was
was-
the one that survived.
So like, yeah, it makes sense to you. Just like, oh, if I'm the one that survived, I'm me. But like, that nigga crazy. So
But he a crazy.
And then at the
strong,
same time,
you
he
know,
probably didn't know the amount of force that it took to like kill him. So, or to kill the clone. So he was probably like, oh, I straight up killed these guys. Like, I actually stabbed them. So I just happened to win.
Plus, he's stabbing himself. Like that's gotta be traumatic in some way.
I mean, he cut his head. All right, that's it, right?
And-
Twice?
Yeah, twice.
All right, cool. We done. See
Let's
y'all.
go.
Huh?
Did he go?
Yeah, Red
Yeah,
Dead.
Gramps, you went, right?
Red Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we good. See y'all later.
All right.
Peace.
bye.
Until next time.